Alright, looks like we are online. Let's go ahead and get these notifications out here. Facebook and Twitter as well. Okay, looking good. Alrighty, sorry for the delays. I had the lawn care right next to me, the lawn care guy who does my house, he actually does a lot of houses in the neighborhood. So when he does the lawn care, it's not just my house, it's my house and both of my neighbors to the left and right, because that's how they save their money, by not having to scramble all over the place. They like to do houses that are in kind of a batch. And so he was mowing for a good amount of time. Normally he is a little bit earlier in the day than this, must have been running behind. Not too big of a deal though. He charges a pretty fair price. How is it going, everybody, though? We will be playing MechWarrior 5 in just a few minutes. Let me see how you guys are doing. Non-Toxic is first. Congratulations. Probably here to see some more sneaky missions that she can do to get some of those rarer mechs, because we are currently in the middle of one. We're doing a quest to get the Archer Agincourt. Let's see what else we got here. So Toxic is early gang, along with Nathaniel Day, Crimson Mirage, Drake, and Heath Haim. You guys are all early gang. We're going to be playing MechWarrior 5 today, and then don't forget to tune in later. We're going to be playing Fallout 4, my first playthrough of Fallout 4. Episode 1 was a thing, but we're gonna be getting through it. Mama Panda Destiny, how is it going? Hope you're feeling a bit better. Crimson Mirage Drake says, hi there, how is it going? How's it going, everybody? Says Heath Haim. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show, Silly Bones. Heath subs as a T1. He's been a sub for 6 months. Wow, yeah, that's right. 6 months already, he says. Good gravy. Time flies. And I don't know if that's good or not. Sometimes I kind of wish time wouldn't fly. Artalvo says, good afternoon, Fox and chat. Well, good afternoon to you, good sir. I am ready. My cats are both with me. Not sure what they want, but normally, I guess they just want to hang out. So everyone is here, except for Sheriff Crab. It's his birthday today, so he may or may not be joining the stream. I left it open for him in case he wants to join, but if not, I'll wish him a happy birthday, along with our own Prox. Prox also the birthday guy today. This is the way I would like time to move. I would like time to move quickly on my working days, and then I'd like time to move slowly on my off days. That's what I'd really like. I know how to make time go slow. If I want time to go slow, I just need to take a week off and do nothing. No games, no video games, no work. If I just lay around the house and just exist, then time goes very slowly. But at the same time, then, you're not really doing all the things you want, but, what can you do? One thing I'm kind of grumpy about is that it's April and it's barely raining down here. We might be entering into a drought, and that is not, not ideal, because now my grass looks like crap, and if my grass looks like crap, I'm always worried about the homeowners getting on my case. So I wouldn't mind if it rained a little bit from time to time. What's the saying? April showers bring May flowers. Currently, we are not living up to that. We're not living up to that axiom. Anyways, I'm going to give it a few more seconds and then we'll get started. I'm only going to do a 5-minute pre-stream because I feel like getting into the game. So today, what we're going to be doing is We're in the middle of a story mission. We're in the middle of Bow and Arrow is the name of the chain. And the objective of Bow and Arrow is... actually, I don't know the objective. I've never done Bow and Arrow before, but I know what we're going to get. We're going to get the Archer Agincourt. I've never used the Archer Agincourt. I have seen it, though, because it does appear in some of the loading screen artworks. He says, we've had so much rain the first 2 weeks that we're behind on yard work. He'll send the rain from Ohio. I would take it. I mean, I pay someone to do the yard work for me, so I am happy to have someone else do it. Anyways, let's take this down and we can get started. Okay. Let me see what our situation is. Alright, so we have some mechs that are... Oh, I remember now. Yes, that's right. This is Sheriff Crab's King Crab. This is actually the hero mech, the car, that we got from a story mission. And I assume we are on the next one. Yes, here it is. Interstellar Expeditions Bow and Arrow Part 2. It says, Commander, after doing some digging, I believe the coordinates Bowen sold on the black market may have been a fake. It seems like he's trying to make as much money as he can off of our dead father. At the same time, he's creating chaos at the locations we have yet to investigate, likely to provide cover for his own search for the mech. Bowen already seems to be flooding the second location with accounts of a lost mech found at coordinates that coincide with military installations. You must stop these signals to end the spread of misinformation that threatens the peace of the Ibstock system, okay? I gotta admit, because this stream is a little bit disjointed from the other streams, I kind of don't remember at all what the story is. So, yeah, that's a thing, I guess. Alright, let's go ahead and move over here. We are not on a time limit at the moment, so if I want, I can certainly allow... I can let my mechs repair if I want. It's not a big deal. Talk says she's done this one. Did you like the Agincourt? I mean, I know you like LRMs, so, like, I imagine the Agincourt was nice. Let's check our, I'm gonna wait for... Well, let's see what the next mission is. Tonnage 315. I think we can live with that. Yeah, I don't think I'll accelerate our repairs. It's funny when the campaign mission is lower difficulty than the normal missions. Bowen and his forces are using satellites to stir misinformation and disarray into this hunt for the mech. To put a stop to the signals before things even get worse, then we'll need to resume the search. Okay, we can do that. Here we go. Let's crank up. What's the salvage share gonna look like? 33? Yeah, sure. Who knows? Maybe they'll sneak some rare equipment into this battle. Let's do 800,000 on our repairs. So we have a few mechs that are out of commission, but we've got plenty of backups, plenty of replacements. Looks like one of our MechWarriors is injured. Not ideal, but you know, what can you do? This is actually kind of the perfect battle range for us because we can actually we can field a lot of larger mechs within this category, so I don't have a problem with this at all. Okay, here come our replacement pilots. Let's see what we're gonna do. So let's bring in maybe the Stalkers. Let's bring the Stalkers in. And what can I use? That's obviously too much. Let me try the Dargan. Oh my god, the Dargan fits perfectly. Then I'll use the Dargan SDW. It fits perfectly. Yeah, let's go with that. I'm completely fine with that. Talk says she's too scared to do the third mission. I mean, I'm gonna do it one way or the other. I mean, even if we take a lot of damage, we've got a lot of sea bills to burn right now. And it looks like I am already under attack. Either that or it's Rihanna returning fire from the dropship.
Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems nominal.
Okay, let's see what we got. Okay, it's a raid mission.
Using a series of satellites to broadcast false leads on the whereabouts of his father's mech. We'll have to take these satellite stations out in order to stop the spread of misinformation that could sow chaos for the remaining locations. We have an inline from Kate who wishes to oversee the progress of our mission. Setting her up on comms now.
Greetings, mercenary. I hope you don't mind me observing the mission. I didn't realize the lengths my brother would go in keeping this mech from you. When I learned of this massive deception network, well, I just want to help in any way I can.
I appreciate that, Kate. What I don't appreciate is chasing down false leads to collect what's mine.
Acquired.
You can thank my brother, the black sheep of the family, for that. He'd rather the Archer fall into the hands of a stranger than honor his father's dying wish. Frankly, you can do whatever you want with the mech. I just want my brother to end his obsession and come home.
Yeah, sure. Like, as long as I get the goods, like, yeah, it doesn't matter to me. I like how she's just using, like, the default Merrick liaison appearance. This is probably my favorite battlefield overall. It's flat, you know, there's no obstructions for the most part. I like the background. Like, you got, like, the, asteroid belt kind of thing going on. I like this one. This is probably my favorite. Not that I don't like trees, but I only like trees when I'm in a very aggressive mech. I don't like trees on a... when I'm doing a more bombardment style, I don't want the trees. Trees are annoying. We are not going very quick, and that's because we need to go at stalker speeds. The stalkers, we don't want to leave them behind, because the stalkers have a lot of firepower. Sounds like we've got company.
Target destroyed. Target destroyed. Target acquired.
Enemy destroyed!
Oh, he survived. Wow.
Target destroyed.
These small fries are not what the stalkers are made for. The stalkers are made for much bigger targets than that, but you know, what can you do? Let me swing by these. Maybe we'll reveal a cargo crate. No luck. What are you guys growing in there? You mind if I look? I might have to check you guys out on your agricultural license. Rolling up on the first objective, though. Gonna swing wide onto the side. Unfortunately, there is an annoying little hill in the way. That's gonna be blocking our fire. While I find a nice place to park our mechs behind us.
Target acquired.
Let's have them hold position right here.
To indicate it.
Are you guys missing a stationary object?
Objective down.
Alright, I'm gonna go in and take a look around.
Target acquired. Target destroyed.
Behind us.
Target destroyed.
On our way. Nav points received. Let's move.
Target
It is a marauder. I'm gonna tell him to focus fire, actually.
Focusing fire.
Oh god, we're surrounded. They're all over the place.
Target destroyed.
The old aim hasn't awakened yet, unfortunately.
New target Panther.
Okay, I'm just gonna knock this guy out of here. I'm in the crossfire, but that's okay. Okay, about to say, you need to go. I'm gonna let them deal with the marauder for now. I'm gonna go and hunt this guy down. That was a little bit of an ambush, attack from both sides like that.
Tango down.
Let me get a damage report. Oh, there he is. annoying locusts scurrying around. Well, if you want to get farther, I do have missiles. That's fine with me. Oh, he got splatted. Alright, let's get a damage report. Damage is pretty low. One of them got a little roughed up, but that's okay. We can definitely handle another battle like that. It shouldn't be too big of a deal. Alright, we got 3 more areas to look at. And it looks like, I wonder, I see a little area to the east that we might have a firing position on, so I might tell my guys to, like, oh, wait a second, there's something here.
New target Thunderbolt. Incoming missile.
Some mercenary soap spoiling for a fight.
I can't believe this guy was just hiding in there. And yet here he is, just hiding in here. Okay, that's the end of him.
Target acquired. Target destroyed.
Normally they would have came out. I saw choppers. Let me see where they're gonna land. Let's continue on course. The choppers will get here.
Target acquired.
We've got a lot of just pesky reinforcements right here. Really pesky enemies.
Target is down!
Target acquired.
It's a scorpion.
Target destroyed!
Okay, nice. That's where the LRMs are really going to come in handy.
Airstrike support is not available.
Just being able to thin out some of these aggravating enemies. Alright, form up, boys. I want to see if we've got a firing position right here. It's possible. If we do, then maybe we will be able to... Maybe if they're a close-range mech, then they'll be in trouble. If they're a long-range mech, it probably won't matter too much, but, you know, we'll see.
Acquired.
I hate how accurate these stupid tanks are.
Target destroyed. Target acquired.
This guy is juking the crap out of our missiles.
Target destroyed.
Alright, let's see if we've got a good angle on him over here.
With you.
Yeah, it looks pretty good here.
On our way.
I'm gonna tell him to stay right here. Oh, we got a mech incoming.
Location.
What are you doing here?
Holding. A Disney.
Okay, you guys bombard the Warhammer. Are you guys bombarding the Warhammer?
Target acquired.
Not really. Trying to juke him. I think he's overheating because he's not really returning much fire. Warhammer is somewhat soft mech for its weight class, so
Reactor is advancing
not too
smooth.
big of a deal. Well, I think that's probably going to be everything. So let me collect up the stalkers, and if there's anything there, they're going to be like pretty reduced. So
Forming on
here,
the
hold
command.
fire and follow me. You guys are getting too distracted.
Safety's off.
Okay, it looks like we're rolling up on the next objective. The other one is really close by too, so I wouldn't be surprised if they come to interfere with us. This one is so far going a lot cleaner than the first objective. They were able to catch us off guard on the first objective pretty nicely.
Target destroyed. Target destroyed.
What's happening?
Target acquired. Target destroyed.
Alright, here we go. We're gonna hit this side first. Never mind, we got a mech.
New target.
Focus target updated.
Target destroyed. Target acquired. Incoming message.
I'm just gonna try to back up a bit.
Enemy mech down.
Nice.
Target acquired. Target destroyed.
That must be one of the tanks we're contracted for.
Target destroyed. Target acquired.
We're almost through it.
Target destroyed.
Target destroyed.
Alright, we got one objective left. I'm starting to wear down a bit, but that's okay. I think we should be okay for one more mission, for one more objective.
Target destroyed.
Just gonna order them to hang here. I don't want them to get out of position in case there's a, in case there's another enemy attack.
Target acquired.
Target destroyed.
Target destroyed.
Holding at location.
Stalkers are doing a pretty good job of providing fire support. The combination of LRMs and PPCs, pretty tough for a lot of these mechs to deal with. Like, they get hosed down pretty nicely. Let's go over here, though, and finish this one.
Moving into formation.
Target acquired. Target destroyed. Target destroyed.
Okay, another Igor and a warrior down.
Falling in behind you.
I'm gonna have to play it safe on the last objective, because like I said, I am starting to take pretty noticeable damage. It's not like terrible, but it's definitely not like... It's play it safe
Target
damage.
destroyed.
I hear another chopper. This mission has a lot of just annoying little like trickles of enemies.
Target acquired.
Good work, Commander. That's one less target.
Tango down.
Why isn't this objective disappearing?
Target acquired.
Is it just not updating?
I can't target that.
Smash it now.
Target destroyed.
There we go.
Target acquired. Target destroyed.
Knocking these pesky guys out before they become a problem.
Focus target updated. Enemy mech eliminated.
What are we under attack by? Must be a turret or two.
Target acquired.
Yep, we got it. I think there's a turret over there. Don't shoot each other.
Target acquired. Target destroyed. Target destroyed. Target acquired.
Okay.
Target destroyed.
Was that enough PPCs to take out that one guy? I hope it was. Alright, so like I said, we're a little worn down for this final engagement, but I think what I'm going to do is just try to play it at the long range.
Target acquired.
Hold fire and follow. Anytime they detect an enemy, they'll get distracted, so I gotta tell them to hold fire for now. I'm glad I cleaned my keyboard too. My F4 key was really sticky because it got some soda in it. And so I took the keyboard apart and cleaned it up, and now it works just fine.
Weapons free.
It's weird too, because like, you know, there aren't a lot of video games that I play where F4 is a relevant number. Or a relevant key, I should say. But this is one of the games where it is. Okay, so it looks like the next objective has a hill in the way, so we'll correct by going a little bit to probably the west. Maybe we can get a clean firing line on them. So for what I hear, still no news on the new unannounced MechWarrior game. I have no idea what it's going to be.
Detected.
Oh my god, he just got owned. Starting to run a little low on my autocannon ammo. 23 rounds should be enough, though.
Ah, there. It's one of the more tanks. Destroy it.
Putting myself in reverse, so I don't want to be the first thing that they see. Or at least I would prefer it if I wasn't.
Target destroyed.
Shared target identified.
I'm gonna have them focus on the mechs while I focus on the vehicles.
Target destroyed. Target destroyed. Target
Now I will join them.
Target acquired.
This guy is having a bad day. Wow. Okay, I'm down to 16 rounds left on the AC-10. I'll have to make them count. That said, like I said, we did a really good job of hosing them down right there. That's a lot of firepower to have to walk directly into. That's like, what, 6 PPCs and an LRM, what, 60? That is a lot of firepower to run through. I'm still not convinced they don't have another mech in there, though, so, like, we're gonna, like...
Target acquired.
I'm gonna try to be a little cautious. I'm gonna order them to attack. They are literally missing a stationary object.
Target acquired. Target destroyed.
Come on, you guys. Are you seriously missing an object that can't even move?
That's another tower down. Why is Bowen going to this much trouble to disobey his father's dying wish?
My brother was just a boy when my father was discharged from the Free World's guards. It wasn't just my father who became a pariah. It was our entire family. Bowen himself was kicked out of the Princefield Military Academy, barred from re-enlisting with the military as a retaliation by the League for our father's actions. Bowen saw his life dissolve into isolation and uncertainty, and as a result, turned to a life in the black market. My brother has always blamed my father for the loss of the life he could have had.
Tough break, paying for the sins of your father.
That will put an end to Bowen's falsehoods. Sadly, this second location was also a bust. Head back to the dropship, Commander. Kate has just supplied us with the coordinates for the third location. Welcome back, Commander. Let's hope the third time is the charm.
Well, okay, that's mission 2 down. Mission 2 wasn't too bad, except for that that little beginning ambush was fairly nasty, but like aside from that, not too bad. I guess that's fine. We'll just take this and go. Look at this. Damage from the stalkers, honestly not that bad. providing adequate fire support for us. These are going to go in, and that's going to go in as well. All right, let's get the third mission, which is Bow and Arrow Part 3. Commander, with Bowen's misinformation now no longer transmitting, if he wants to claim the mech, he will need to oppose us more directly. This could make him a more dangerous adversary as our search narrows down. The third location appears to be an abandoned garrison facility. Some automated turrets seem to be the only thing here, but I'm sure that this is the place. We need to move in and secure the location, but be aware that Bowen may move to confront you with his own forces. Be careful. Okay. Okay. I think we got this. Alright, going next door. Let's see how much weight we can drop, and then I'll see if I want to wait longer to allow more of my mechs to repair. That'll be the deciding factor. Okay, here we go. We can drop 340 tons. Yes, we're probably going to want to let our mechs repair then. Champions, the Dargon, the Stalker. That's fine though. The King Crab is, we won't need the King Crab for that. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna use the same kind of setup, a bit of damage coverage, and then some extra salvage will do. Let me see here. We could definitely bump our weight up. Or we could keep it the same, and then I could use something bigger. That's also an option. That might be the better choice. Yeah, I could use the salad tosser. Yeah, because the Battle Master does a good job of protecting people up close, and then I can use the stalkers to bombard the enemy at range. That is certainly an option that we could use. Let me see. I don't think there's anything to buy. Oh my god, they actually sell decent stuff here. Where am I? Oh, I'm not allowed to look at the map when I'm deploying to a mission? That's annoying. I don't think we're... I could have swore we're in a conflict zone. I'm surprised they're selling this stuff in a conflict zone. Maybe it just gets better and I never noticed. Yeah, that's pretty good stuff. What? A tier 5 medium laser short burst? 2 of them. Yes, please. Maybe I need to pay a little more attention to the market. That was crazy. I kind of want to use I kind of want to bring in the Corsair. Nah, I'll stay like this. All right, let's go ahead and get in there. The viewers just got hit by a advertisement. The way I'm doing my ads now is I'm doing 1 ad per hour, and but the ads are 3 minutes long. So I am going to, what do you call it? I am waiting for them to get back because I don't want them to miss anything. And the ad is still running according to my desktop app. It should be just about done, though, so let's go ahead and launch. Welcome to the show, Sabo. Oh my, it's a molten area.
We're moving on a decommissioned base that the Archer may be stationed at.
Commander, I believe my father would have hidden the mech somewhere within the walls of the base when he retired. I doubt my brother will be far behind, though. You'll need to secure that facility, and fast.
I wonder if we're gonna have to defend it. I wonder if it's like gonna be a
This
take
is
and
the place,
hold.
Commander. Fan out and secure the facility so the support forces can move in. I'll assume command of the base. Looks like we made it here just in time,
Oh, it is
Commander.
a defense mission.
We
Well,
need
that's
to
kinda
keep
convenient,
as much
actually.
of this facility preserved as possible, Commander. If we are to have any hope of our salvage teams finding Kincaid's Meg after all this is over. Now fan out and take defensive positions. Prepare for incoming hostiles.
This is Major Keller with the Waco Rangers. You're trespassing on private property of
New
Bowen
target,
Kincaid.
Phoenix Hawk.
Depart this facility immediately, or you will be fired upon.
Looks like we're gonna be fighting the Waco Rangers.
How can Bowen afford to bring that lot into this?
I doubt he would be able to afford to contract out the entirety of the Rangers. Most likely, Bowen contracted out the Rangers Reserve Battalion on a short-term basis until he finds his father's Archer.
Couldn't he just buy a new mech of his own with all this cash? But why lease out a merc outfit just to hunt down a single mech?
I mean, we're kind of doing the
Despite
same
my
thing.
father, as long as that mech is out there, some part of our father and our family's noble lineage lives on. But he has no intention of using the mech himself or honoring our family. He just wants it for himself, so he can destroy the last vestige of our heritage. That's why we must stop him.
Fire starter.
These are not the kind of enemies I want to be fighting here, but, you know, we don't have much of a choice.
Target acquired.
Trying to save some heat so I can fire my PPC, but... There we go. Like, the high heat is just absolutely really messing with us. Got his arm?
Let's take that tank apart.
Target destroyed.
Unfortunately, my mechs in reserve aren't able to contribute much. Those PPCs are definitely having a bit of trouble due to this heat. Let me move them over here. One thing that doesn't use any heat is a good old melee attack. Am I on Mustafar? Unfortunately, I am, yes.
Target acquired.
This wasn't part of the plan. I did not look at the debriefing. I should have looked at what kind of planet I was landing on. It's really, really interfering with our combat capability, though. The high heat is preventing me from firing most of my weapons.
Scopes are lighting up with additional bogies, Commander.
Oh god, that was a good shot with the light rifle there. I'm honestly not very comfortable with the light rifle. I miss a lot of shots with it.
Sitting fire.
And do you guys not see right behind you? We got a mech. It's right behind you.
Holding location.
Wake up, guys. It's right behind us. Right there.
Target locus.
You don't see it? Whatever. It doesn't matter. These are mainly recons. I guess the good stuff will be showing up later on. There we go. They got his leg. Now that his leg is out, it's squishing time.
Destroyed. Navigating to rendezvous.
Target acquired. Target destroyed.
It's a Panther. We got a Locust. I'm gonna have them focus fire on the Locust.
Targets.
Target acquired. Target destroyed.
While I go deal with the Panther. I'm just gonna trust that the 3 assault mechs are capable of squishing a single Locust. I might be making a mistake assuming that, but I'm gonna assume that.
Target acquired.
Okay, he's not paying attention to me. So I'm just gonna come up behind him and punch him in the robot butt. And not step on this. They won't see it coming. Okay, we punched him in the robot butt and the robot face.
Enemy reinforcements spotted in the area.
Have they not killed that yet? Yeah, I know I'm supposed to be protecting the base, but this stuff is in the way.
Moving to grade.
This is like such an awkward battle.
Nav point received. Let's move.
They're behind us. Do you guys not see them? They're behind you. Shoot them. They're behind you.
Identified.
Right there. He's right there. Shoot him.
On target's ID.
This location wasn't built to withstand military grade.
Okay, they got. Okay, never mind. They got him.
From the buildings.
Hit the hunchback. He moves slowly. You guys, I trust that you guys can hit the hunchback. Oh god, he's shooting me. I'm trying to squish this tiny guy.
Target hunchback.
Okay, I need to stop them from this guy. He can't be using his AC-20 on us. Oh, the heat is so bad. The heat makes me sad. Oh, the AC-20 makes me sad too. There we go. I punched his AC-20 off. Get away from me now.
Tango eliminated.
Let's not step on the buildings.
Target
Combat vehicle rolling in. Be sure to take it apart.
destroyed.
Come on, form up, guys.
Mike.
More hostiles entering the combat zones.
Okay, we're about halfway through them. We're about halfway through their bodies.
Holding at your waypoint.
Hopefully, if they send some more vehicles, we'll get our kill count up higher.
Navigating to rendezvous.
Yeah, here we go. We got some.
At waypoint. Target received. Engaging.
Ooh, that was a hit. That was not a hit. Come on, guys. There we go.
Target
Focus engagement on Leech target. Wilco, focusing fire.
No. Let's not get entangled here. Everybody out of the base. Out of the base now, everybody.
Tango.
Oh, wow, not bad. Okay. I guess they found their accuracy out of nowhere.
target acquired.
At requested location.
This is such an awkward battle. Like the heat from the lava is just really messing us up.
Additional tangos en route to your position, Commander.
Target destroyed.
A dropship is arriving. I'm coming back. Don't come to me. Hold position. What part about hold position did you not understand? Go to that hill and hold position. Those are your orders.
Target acquired.
Tango down.
Right here on this hill. Your job is to hold position on this hill.
Target.
Okay, we got an assault mech and a heavy mech over there. Alright, one thing at a time. Let's get this blackjack.
Coordinating.
Alright, I don't think he's paying attention to me. I'm going to tell him to just lock onto that thing and just focus fire on it. Who's he looking at? He's not looking at me. Come on, kill it. Lock on and kill it. There you No, that's a miss. There we go. Yeah, he's not looking at me, so I'm not going to shoot him if he's not looking at me. Okay, now I'm going to shoot him. Oh, the heat. Oh, the heat. So much heat to kill one mech. We got an awesome... Come on, guys. Wake up and focus fire.
New target.
And a thunderbolt. We're doing massive damage to the awesome. Great job, Lance. Great job, Lance. Boom! Zapped off that part of his body. Very nice. Thunderbolt's next. I'm gonna take cover behind this rock while they pound him. Get some free hits in there. Okay, he's no longer focusing on me. The big time rear armor damage is real. Okay, I guess one of our guys is taking a lot of damage. Hopefully it's just an arm.
Enemy mech forces spotted operating in the area.
Nope, he lost the side torso. That's actually... Why is he getting focused so hard? Alright, let's pull back. And I'm going to specifically order him to stay even farther back. So he is F3. Okay, everybody here. And F3, you stay even farther back.
Target destroyed.
Oh, I know why. It's because these are the Waco Rangers, so they're going to have very high skill level pilots, I bet. And they're targeting weak points. Yeah, if the AI is high enough in AI, that they will target weak points. I think this is their last wave of reinforcements, though.
Heading to location.
There we go. That's the end of them.
New target. Shadow.
We've got a Shadowhawk coming in. Yeah, that's an elite Shadowhawk. I'm going to try to protect them a bit, but I'm also taking a lot of heat from this. Ow. I'm going to take cover behind this and loop around.
Destroyed.
He's not ready for the rear armor damage. Come on, let me take him out. There we go. Now he's falling apart. Oh, I shut down. Too much heat. But I did a lot of damage to him, so I think we're okay. Okay. Looks like the plan worked. We preserved our stalker from taking even further damage. Now I just got to finish off this SRM carrier. With the loss of equipment, you know, the repairs are going to be a little higher, but I think that's going to be fine.
All remaining Ranger units are falling back from the area. I think we're in the clear for the time being, but I doubt we've seen the last of them. We're bringing in the dropship and the salvage crew to search the compound now, Commander.
There's a
Sit
fourth
tight.
part? Jeez. Give me a long mission. Long campaign. Or long side campaign. Side story. Okay. Let me go ahead and grab these PPCs because we did lose a PPC. Ooh, these lasers look really nice, actually. Might just go for this equipment. Some of this equipment looks really good. And then I'll take the punchback, and I'll just grab some of this stuff. Okay. Total damage was about 1 million C-bills, but we got a new LRM and we got a new PPC for replacement, and we did get we did have 800,000 in damage coverage. So honestly, that isn't terrible, but we should get the repairs going. Yeah, it looks like everyone came out of that pretty okay. It's just they really were focusing fire on this one here. So it lost all of the heat sinks, the PPC, and the LRM. We do have replacements, though. Repair is going to take a little while, though. But 98 days on repairs there. As you can see, the mech got a little bit beat up there. That'll be fine, though. We do have replacements while it's under maintenance. Okay, so it sounds like there's still another mission left. Bow and Arrow Part 4. We're getting close. When my father retired, he left his Archer in storage at the facility we just searched. When the base was decommissioned, the Archer was moved to the final location we have on our list. Oh, so that wasn't even the right place. We need to get to that location fast. No doubt Bowen and the Waco Rangers have a head start moving to that location. We will need to force them out before they can lay claim to the mech. Okay. This guy really, really wants this. Right here. So, as usual, first thing we're going to do is check the drop weight, and based on the drop weight, I'll decide how much I need to wait for the repairs to complete. So, let's see. Looks like the weight is about the same. It's not heavy. The weight is a little too low for us to bring in our really big mechs, so I probably do need to wait for at least some of the stalkers to get repaired. And I'll wait for the Battle Masters. I'll wait for our pilot to recover. Okay, that looks good to me. Alright, here we go. The last location, Commander. Get down there and search the area. It has to be here. Let's go for the same kind of payment. This payment, I think, has been pretty good. About 800,000 on coverage, and then the rest in salvage. We did pick up some pretty decent quality weapons there, so I think that is going to be pretty good. Same weight, though, so let me see what I can do. We do have the Awesomes. Forgot about that. We have the Awesomes. Wait, what battlefield are we on? Q? Okay, it looks like it's just a normal, everyday kind of grasslands area. So maybe... I kind of want to sneak the, I kind of want to sneak the Corsair in. The problem with the Corsair is that, like, it's an all-in strategy, because the Corsair is so slow. This is probably the safer strategy, though, to be honest. Maybe we should just play it safe. I think that's a better idea. Let's just play safe for the moment. I don't even know. They didn't give me any hint to what the objective is, so we're just going in totally blind.
We burned hard to get here, Commander, and now we're faced with a dilemma. To the northwest is our objective. Somewhere in that city is Kincaid's mech. We will have to secure and search the area if we are to claim it. But the Waco Rangers have already dug into a position in a forward operating base to the south of our objective, and could move to intercept if they see us moving on the city. A preemptive strike against their base may significantly thin their numbers, but it might also allow Bowen to lay claim to his father's mech before we reach him. I'll leave it up to you to determine the best course of action.
Oh, so they're gonna let us make a decision here. Interesting. I'm here for the mech. Let's go for the mech. I think this is the dumber way to do it, and I'm all about doing it the dumber way. This way is like, whoa, like we're open to an ambush. So like this seems like it's a lot stupider. Biggie TDD asks, how is the mission going? I don't know. We just started this mission, and I think we're going to do it the stupid way. This is not the way that is the smart way. We're going to ignore the fire base, so we'll just have to see. Yeah, it seems like the logical way is to attack the Waco Rangers, like, hardened command post first, but, I want the mech, so I'm going to go this way.
We think the Archer is somewhere in this city. But before we can go looking for it, we'll need to secure
these
the
good
area
guys?
from the Waco Rangers. They'll want to try dispatching forces from the south
that's a bad
to
guy.
intercept us.
That was a miss. Are you
Number of
joking?
Ranger forces moving on the city.
Okay, there we go.
We must be getting close, Commander.
Okay, so not too happy with the way this battlefield looks. I was hoping for something a little bit flatter.
Tango down.
I need a place to drop my lance. My lance is all fire support mechs. Oh, let's not go. Let's not be too eager to rush in.
Target destroyed.
Target is down.
Target
That was a lot of Igors. We just ripped up. All right, let's order the mechs to stay right here. I kind of like this position.
At this needed position.
Our target is on the field.
A Warhammer.
Let's take it down.
Holding at that point. Arrived at location.
I can't believe we have these allies that are rushing into, like, we've got allies in the fight. That's interesting. Are you joking? Okay, that one's toast.
target acquired.
We actually are better at long-range combat than them, so I'm kind of okay with this situation-ish.
Target acquired.
There we go.
Target destroyed. Target acquired. Heat critical.
Trying to thin these guys out.
Target acquired.
Enemy mech destroyed.
Oh my god, I just sliced that guy up.
New target Panther. Target acquired.
My heat is becoming a problem, so I'm trying to
Our best
restrain
guess
myself.
is that the Rangers have already discovered the Meg and have moved it to their forward operating base to the south. We need to move against that facility. I'm receiving a message from the local military commander.
Mercenary, we're looking to exert a small measure of payback on these Rangers for what they just did to the city. I'm dispatching a small contingent of militia vehicles to assist you in evicting these Aryan pricks from our world.
Happy for the help. You heard him, Commander. We will now have to move against the facility to the south.
New target Spider.
Alright, once we clear these guys, I'm gonna get a damage report in. I wasn't sure if I made the right choice there by ignoring the larger mechs, but I think I did, just because our mechs were able to hose them down pretty bad. I think this guy is stuck.
Target destroyed.
Alright, damage reports coming in. The Awesome is looking fine. The Stalker 3F is looking fine. Wow, they barely have any damage despite fighting all of that.
Forming on the commander.
Color me impressed. And somehow that Demolisher lived. I bet that Demolisher actually helped a lot. If that Demolisher survived through it, what's his pilot level? Doesn't tell us his pilot level. If that Demolisher survived this, that is actually pretty good. And here I delayed the stream specifically to avoid the lawn care, and now the lawn care is back. Oh well, what can I do? Biggie says that the helicopter lasted longer than the 2 lances of Mechs. It did. It probably wouldn't have if it was an Igor. If it was an Igor, I probably would have swatted it down a little sooner.
Target destroyed.
He wishes you could drive the tanks. I kind of wish we could, like, have tanks as, like, you know, like, additional reinforcements.
Target destroyed.
Oh, we need to destroy this base. Alright, I'm gonna tell them to hold here, then.
Let's move. On station.
Remember, our Lance is fire support base, so they gotta hold position somewhere. Oh, wait.
New target.
Focus fire on the Orion.
Engaging.
Orion has a really thick center torso, so I'm just gonna try to core him out. There we go.
Destroyed. New target. Thunder.
The Thunderbolt is next. I think I can get behind him for some rear damage. Rear attack melee damage. He's not going to be happy about that. There we go. We got a Charger. This is the mean Charger.
New target. Charger.
I'm going to come up behind the Charger. And I'm going to punch him in his robot butt. There we go.
Heat critical.
We're on the move.
Alright, let's get smashing. Got another wave coming in. Looks like they're coming from the other side. I'm going to tell the Lance to get further away over here.
To indicate it.
Oh, we are trashing this place. Very nice. Okay, this place is dead. Okay, we do need to kill the reinforcements, though. Right over here is fine.
We're on the move. Holding at your waypoint.
Target acquired.
Alright, so
New
that worked.
Cataphract.
Cataphract. Focusing fire on the Cataphract. Oh my god, he's hanging on by just a thread.
Good kill, Commander. That mech is about to go critical.
Let's knock him out of here. It has devolved into an absolutely chaotic melee.
We're on it, Commander.
He's down.
Coordinating on target ID.
Like right now, my mech has taken so little damage that I am perfectly okay with being the focus fire target. I don't mind if they focus on me in order to protect the Lance.
The mech doesn't appear to be here, Commander. They haven't found it. Kate
Hold
has
fire,
gone
guys.
with
The
militia
base is
commander
dead.
And has received access codes for a hidden storage facility at the marked nav point. Move and investigate as quickly as you can.
This mission is going on a while. We have scrapped a lot of enemies. Like, would you guys like to calm down? Alright, we're gonna hold still and get a damage report. My mech is showing signs of moderate damage. The Awesome in the similar boat. The Stalker is damage is increasing on the Stalker. The other Stalker is good though. So which one are you? You are F4. So I'm going to try to control F4 manually by having him keep his distance. So I'm going to have F4 wait
Moving to
here.
request it.
Maybe not.
Moving to your 6, Commander.
I just need him to stay a little further away. Are you guys coming? You guys are coming, right?
Weapons free.
No. Hold fire and follow me. Let's do it. They want to trash that entire city. Okay, you guys wait right here.
Mike. Weapons hot.
You guys all wait right there. I'm gonna go scout.
Requested location.
New
Oh, we got
target,
something.
Jaeger mech.
A Jaeger mech in a city. Interesting. Okay, let's have the...
Holding at location.
I should probably deal with them personally.
Target acquired.
Okay, we got multiple mechs. Ugh, I need to stay and protect the Lance. I can't over-pursue. I need to cover them. There we go. We're gonna punch it out with this guy. There we go. Medium mechs have so much armor for their weight class. Oh, great.
Tango down.
All right, hold on a second. Let's wait a moment to see what's going on here. Okay, the militia is with us too. That's good. We know there's a Jaeger mech in there still. He doesn't see me. Okay, let's do this. I'm gonna keep scouting. This battlefield favors me a bit. As long as there isn't another very close combat focused mech in here, we should be okay. I'm gonna scout along the perimeter so I do have the option to retreat. The Lance is gonna stay parked right there. Yeah, medium mechs annoy me because most of the medium mechs are like fully armored or close to fully armored. They don't have a whole lot of firepower, but they just take so much effort to kill. And while you're trying to kill them, you just get pounded by all these other things. They're just really annoying. I'm being a little meticulous as I comb through the city. I'm not... Okay, I discovered one target. A single locust is nothing to write home about. What is this thing? This must be... Okay, hopefully we've pacified the enemies. If we have, then we have successfully protected our lands from losing those weapons. Here's the garage. Please tell me this is it.
There she is. Agincourt.
Nope.
My father would be proud to see it in your hands, Commander.
Nope.
Thank you for taking me this far.
Nope.
Don't celebrate yet. We have incoming dropships.
You do me a solid finding the old man's mech, mercenary. Now stand down and let me take my first leg.
Okay, we are probably going to take some damage here. This thing exposed its back to me. Let me take it out real fast.
Rest in peace.
No, our family's in Houston.
I'm just gonna ignore that thing for now and try to, like, protect the lance. That's my main job, is to protect the lance. Going for his arm because it's already really banged up.
If he won't stand down, we'll have to go through him. Commander, let's end this.
Whoa, boy, that's a lot of mechs.
Our father moved on from his past. Please, Bowen, do the same.
Target destroyed.
I'm gonna take cover. They are really on me at the moment.
New target.
The Marauder's really banged up. I'm going for it next. Oh, good. The other mechs are confusing it.
Mercenary saved his life. We owe these people our thanks.
Oh my god, I punched him out. He's got a thick center torso. I'm gonna try to knock him out. Oh my god, that went so much better than it could have gone.
Finished. Bowen has been taken out, and the Waco Rangers
That went
are
so
withdrawing
much
from the
better than it
field.
could have gone.
Kate, I am sorry, but your brother's mech appears to be non-responsive.
I'm sorry to see it end this way, but I hope that now, both my father and my brother can finally rest in peace.
I'm sure the honor of Kincaid's memory will be forever entombed in the core of the Archer Commander. Coming in for extraction.
Okay, that went so much better than it could have gone. We took a bit of damage at the end, but, like, for scrapping that much metal, I'm... You know, it's to be expected. I do believe we lost one weapon, and there might be some equipment in my leg, so we'll have to... We'll get a damage report just after this. Okay, so, I believe we lost an LRM-10. Let me see if they'll... There's no LRMs to salvage, so we're just gonna take what we can. Here, this. That's all of our salvage right there. Well, the damage is a little bit inflated due to what we did to the base, so I'm not gonna, like, you know, clap my hands over the damage. So overall, yeah, we'll get a more expanded damage report in just a second. Okay, so Kate Kincaid says, Commander, I would like to thank you for locating my father's mech. I know he would have been happy to know his wish was fulfilled. In regards to my brother Bowen, I'm sad to see that this is how his story ended. We were somewhat close when I was young, but our family's fall from grace led him down a dark path, much like my father, after he was discharged from the Free World's guards. But unlike my father, Bowen never found someone like Nikolai Mason to give him a second chance at life. All he found was more bitterness and resentment eating away at him like a cancer. I wish he found someone that gave him the will to move on with his life like your father gave mine. Perhaps then we could have had the chance to reminisce on the good things that we miss about him rather than the bad. I should let you go. Take good care of the Agincourt for my father, Commander. He'll be watching. So we've got his unique, one-of-a-kind mech. Oh, so also we killed a bunch of Thunderbolts. So we get an extra 5.6 million C-bills for that, and a bunch of mask systems, which I'll certainly take. That also leveled us up to 8 on the Mech Hunter tech tree. So we're doing pretty good there. I think we maxed out the War Dog tech tree. Treasure Hunter, I probably need to prioritize more Treasure Hunter. And also Mech Collector is really low. Like, we need to probably prioritize those missions in order to get the tech tree further up. Before we do anything else, though, we're going to throw this into cold storage, and then we're going to make a beeline over to an industrial hub. Then we're going to take a look at it. We're going to get a damage report, and then we're going to see what we're dealing with the Tempest. Not the Tempest. That's a different Archer. We'll see what we're dealing with the Archer Agincourt. I've never used that one before. Mainly because I never do the quests. Okay, so my mech is almost, like, they did get through the leg at the very end. I'm not too surprised. The Waco Rangers are a well-known mercenary company, and they're mainly consisting of elites. And the elite AI, they will target whatever is the weakest part on your mech. So if if your mech has an exposed component, then the elite AI will try to finish it off, which is, you know, it makes sense. So it looks like we lost the light rifle ammo. Also, a complete leg actuator is an expensive repair, so I don't expect this to be the cheapest. Yeah, so right leg myoma repair, so that's the majority of the money is 736,000 C-bills on the leg repair. Arm repair is not expensive, but leg repair is really expensive. The things that have bonus payments or bonus fees, or penalties, I should say, are leg, torso, and head. Over here, this stalker is fine, just like a touch-up. Over here, the awesome, also basically fine, just a touch-up. And over here, we do have something. Looks like he was 4 damage off of losing the entire left torso. But fortunately, it hung on by just the thread. We lost 3 heat sinks and the LRM-10. And unfortunately, we are out of LRM-10 replacements. That's not good. Let me see if I can buy a new one. There. We'll put that one in. And I'll upgrade them both. It's not a big deal. Okay, not too bad, especially for what we gained. Big profit for what we gained. So here is the Archer with its unique custom scheme that it gets for being a hero mech. Pretty interesting looking. Has kind of a French kind of look with the fertile lances there. And I do have a mod installed. What this mod does is fully reveal the stats of a mech. It does not affect the gameplay at all. Like, so the enemies don't behave differently. There are no new mechs or weapons. So like the gameplay is still vanilla. What the mod does though is it's telling me right there that this mech has an extra light engine. It comes equipped with double heat sinks. It has an active probe equipped, and then it has 8 upgrade slots. So let's take a closer look. So, yep, here's our double heat sinks. Kind of all over the place. Interesting. So this mech... Wait, it has pulse lasers and regular lasers? Okay. Anyway, let's see what we can do with this mech. This mech seems really weird. I don't think we're gonna need these streak SRMs. Is this going to be a... I got an idea. Pull out the Streak SRM ammo. I don't like pulse lasers, to be totally honest. I got an idea. I think I know what I'm going to do. We're going to double down on the missiles. Oh my god. It's... Once your list of equipment gets really big. Alright, so now these are a pair of LRM-15s. Essentially a pair of LRM-15s. I think we're gonna keep the SRM-6s. We're gonna keep the lasers. Let's do medium laser short burst. I like short burst. So we'll do medium laser short burst. We're going to keep the Beagle active probe. Let's move the ammo into the legs. We are going to need more ammo than that. That's not enough ammo. Let's push the armor to the max, and then we can work backwards. Yeah, we're going to need more ammo than this. There's not enough ammo for this design. That allows us to move all of the heat sinks into the middle. What is this equivalent to? 2, 4, 6, 8. That's equivalent to 8 heat sinks. Is 8 heat sinks enough? I kind of feel like no. I don't feel like that's enough heat sinks. 8 is really not that many. You know what? There is no way a mech is going to be able to fire 2 SRM-6s and 4 lasers. I think what I'm going to do is actually drop the lasers altogether. Then what we're going to do... let's upgrade these into higher quality SRM-6s. I do have Artemis, actually. Do I use Artemis on this mech? We'll try it like this for now. And then what I will do is... we need more ammo. Ammo is what we need. We need 4 tons of LRM ammo. Probably 1 more ton of SRM ammo. And then the rest can be heat sinks. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is balance the armor. I like to have 20 rear armor. So I'm going to do that. Move the armor forward. Now we can shave off a little armor on the head and a little armor on the legs. And that looks pretty good to me. So what we've done with this mech is we have just abandoned the lasers because of the SRMs. Like 2 SRM-6s, that's a lot of damage. Like, especially if you could fire the SRM-6s on cooldown, like, you know, on reload. So that's what we're gonna go with, I think. And I don't think the lasers are gonna be the deciding factor for that. Okay, so we're looking good. Let's go ahead and sell some things that we don't need. We did pick up some mechs, and we are in an industrial hub, so this is our chance to... some of these mechs are hero mechs, so I don't want to sell them. Goodbye, Marauder. I'm not going to use the Cyclops, either of them. Some of these are rare variants. We have so many Catapult K. I love the Catapult K2, though, so I'm not going to sell it. These can all stay, to be honest. I never know when I need more missile mechs, so I'm just going to hang on to that. Okay, what we're going to do now is... let's see what they got for sale. It would be nice if we could find some better pilots, too. A pair of 59s.
Won't let you down. Thanks for the opportunity.
I hope my battle ability is satisfactory to your needs.
You're fired. And you're fired. Okay. Also, let's see what they got for sale for gear. LBX AC? Well. I think I'll buy LBX AC, actually. Yeah, what year is it? News. It is 3036. Wow. Seems a little early to be finding this kind of technology just, like, in store. Oh, well. I'm not going to complain about it. Are they going to sell me double heat sinks? I would love to have double heat sinks. Let me go by name. No double heat sinks. Alright, let's keep moving on. The AMS catapult is OP. It's hard to find mechs with an AMS on it. Like, I do like mechs that have an AMS. Funny thing is I don't use the AMS on my Dargon. First time chat from Cyber Viper 777. He says, the one issue I have with these games is that the mechs are expensive and houses can't field so many mechs. Yeah, I would say that this is probably the hardest of all the MechWarrior games. Mainly because you have to fight kind of an unrealistic amount of enemies. Another Atlas. I feel like we're okay on Atlases. I mean, I could always use another. Let me organize the mechs real fast by bigness. Give me a better idea of what I need. I know what I could do. I could get rid of an awesome and pick up an Atlas. Yeah, we're slowly kind of phasing the awesomes out. Bigness. Big. Big. Agincourt. Okay, yeah, I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna bench one of our awesomes. Which one do I want to bench? Probably this one. And let's pick up that Atlas. We don't get the best prices from the from House Merrick, but we get at least some kind of a discount. Where is it? There it is. Okay, so the way I build this mech is... Where are the PPCs at? PPCs. And then we do an LRM-15, and then we do, I believe, a heavy rifle, if I remember right. Heavy rifle. Let's move these heat sinks out of the legs. That's good. We don't use SRMs. We need a lot of heat sinks. Push the armor to the max. Let me just do this so I can visualize the heat sinks a little easier. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 10 is like the minimum requirement for this mech, but we do need ammo. 2 heavy rifle ammo should do. I think that's fine for like, yeah, let's just add more heat sinks on. Oops. Now we'll balance the armor. 20 armor in the rear I find to be okay. I don't need too much more than 20. I don't get a lot of rear armor breaches, and so 20 has been like just right. Now we'll remove a little armor from the head and legs in order to finish up the mech. And there we go. So now we're looking at 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13 heat sinks. 13 heat sinks should do okay for a mech like this. Probably going to be a little hot still, but and then we slap on a nice new color scheme on it. There we go. Alright, so I don't think we need anything else here.
I've seen it all. Now, I want
Prepped and ready,
level
Commander.
60 pilot.
Glad to join the company,
Level
Commander.
60 pilot.
Affirmative. At your service.
His name is
Commander.
Hathaway, that's
Looking
funny.
forward to a prosperous partnership.
Okay, you're fired. And you're fired. Biggie asks, have you found a Night Stalker? I have not. Some people have told me that the Night Stalker is not available in career mode. I guess if that's true, the only way to get a Night Stalker would be to do the campaign and then import it in. Maybe I just have to find, maybe it's just super, ooh, double heat sink. 3 double heat sinks. Assault katana. Oh. A Highlander. The 733P. I don't know if there's anything rare about that, though. Pretty sure that's just a Highlander. Just in good condition. An Ultra AC-5. I'll take it. Multiple AC-5s. Okay, what else did you have? I think we're okay on Atlases. I think that one last Atlas upgrade will be fine. I don't think we need anything else. Solid Slug. Not to be mistaken with Solid Snake. Oh, there's a hero mech over here. We got money to burn, so... Let's see if this is Hero Mech City. One of the dragons, it's the Fang. Okay, the Fang is the one that has the bigger AC-10. Yeah, I'll take it. I don't have a problem with it. I like the Dargon. We can replace one of our ordinary Dargons with it. Let me see what I want to do with you. What do I want to do with you? I definitely want LRM, so let's do that. Whatever, I'll do it by tonnage. How about this? There we go. Boom. $320 armor is a little low. I don't like that. Okay, let me see what its maximum armor is. 414 is too high as well. It doesn't need 414. So let's just put on what the mech needs to function first. That'll be step one. This is what the mech needs to function. So now what we need to do is see how we are going to fit everything. I can probably go down to about 40 armor on the legs. And so we need to remove about 1 3/4 armor from the mech. And I don't want to go too far below about 340-ish. So let's see. Let's do 37. We'll slowly begin bringing it down. Interesting. So that's about as far as I'm willing to go on the armor. Oh! Fix it. There we go. Okay. So the LBX AC weighs 1 ton less, and so we have managed to sneak in the, we were able to sneak that last ton of armor. We were able to sneak that last bit of free space right there. So that's fine with me. So here is the Dargon Fang. The Dargon SDW, the Sidewinder, is much easier to modify because it has more Lost Tech going on, has an extra light engine and endo steel, whereas this one only has the endo steel. That's why the Dargon SDW is able to fit a lot more equipment on. Like I've got the standard AC-10, and I've got a melee upgrade, and I think I even have a heatsink on it. Like, wow, what a luxury. I got 2 heat sinks on. Got 2 double heat sinks on. What a luxury. Let's go here. Now we can go pick up one of the missions that we got rid of. One thing we need to do, we need to start picking up some of the objectives that we are falling behind on, like the treasure hunting objectives and whatnot. We haven't been doing very well on those. Let's see what they've got for offer, though. Go to the Stuart Commonwealth and collect a battle mech simulation pod. Looks good to me. I'll take it. And then collect 2 Kintaros. Those could be a little hard. Collect 2 Vindicators, 3 Vulcans. Ooh, that's a tier 5 ERP. I don't want to get rid of that one. Ooh, these are really nice. These pay out really good. Yeah, I'm not going to get rid of any of those. Hold on now. Those are great payouts. Okay, so I think we're done for now. Let's go ahead and see what our next big quest is going to be. We're in the Free Worlds League, so why don't we just continue doing here? So, let's see here. Blood Minerals Part 1. Greetings, Merc. We've got a delicate situation on our hands, and we could use the services of an outsider. Oh, what do you know? It's What's-Her-Face again, as Kate Kincaid is back. Our quarrel isn't with a rival house or militant insurrection. Let me guess, it's like your own, it's somebody inside your own group, you know, like, just House Merrick things, fighting against yourself. Instead, we're having issues with a mining collective known as the Obsidian Harvest Corporation. Years ago, Obsidian pensioned the protectionist Minister of Trade to provide the company with a parliament-backed exclusive mining contract on the world of Amity. In some of the harsh deserts along the planet's equatorial line, what everyone thought was a modest rare mineral patch turned out to be one of the richest veins of rare earth minerals in Amity. Their negotiations contract with the League was set at a fixed rate at fair market value, but the quality of the ore extracted to the site has drawn the attention of the Lyran Commonwealth. We have come to learn that Lyran traders offered Obsidian 3 times the market value to buy out Obsidian's full supply, in clear violation of their contract with the Parliament. Unfortunately, Obsidian's greed got the best of them. Not only have they be selling wonderful grammar here, Piranha. Not only have they been selling a majority of their haul to the Commonwealth, but they've been poorly attempting to hide their dealings with them from the Parliament. This stands to be particularly embarrassing for the Minister of Trade, given his political affiliation as a protectionist. Since the protectionists pride themselves as nationalists who heavily oppose international trade of any kind with antagonistic states, like the Lyran Commonwealth, if news were to get out of this debacle, it stands to seriously hurt the protectionist agenda in the Parliament. Okay, so it's like a political thing going on. We have a plan to deal with Obsidian's flagrant disregard for their contract, but we do not wish to draw media attention as to why we are taking these actions. We want to do this quietly, without the press getting involved. Which is why we are hoping a mercenary of your reputation can assist us. We need you to blind a number of Obsidian-owned communication arrays under the guise of a planetary raid, make it look good, and blind them to our true intentions to punish the traitors, okay? Sure. I can do it. Blood Minerals Part 1. Oh, it's this one right here. Here is Amity. This one looks like it's not going to be too bad, so, you know, it could be a big gravy train ride. Also, good faction with... These usually give really good faction with their house as well, and we're trying to build up House Merrick. If the mission is lower in difficulty, we can try out the Agincourt as well. Don't know how long it'll take for the Agincourt to be finished, but we can see. Work orders! Oh, it's done. Okay, so here is our first mission. You'll be tasked with crippling the Obsidian Mining Corporation's base of operations. It'll be a surgical strike where you focus on crippling their communication array. Sure, I can handle that. I'm all about that communications life. Looks like we're going in with 33 salvage, and this does seem to be a, you know, like the drop weight isn't as intense. So we are going to try out the Agincourt. Let's load up all these new pilots, though. Yes, all these 60 pilots. Don't I have one more? Yeah, there we go. Look at all these 60 pilots we got. Excellent. Okay, so let's use the Archer. And then I do have some smaller mechs at my disposal as well. Should be able to fit them in. You can use the Fang. Oh, it fits perfectly. Look at that. How awesome. Also, let me go ahead and change the weapon groups. Where is it? There it is. Archer Agincourt. Weapon groups. So let's do... chain fire and a melee. Looking good. It's going to be annoying to have to hammer the missile button so much, but whatever. I'm sure I'll get over it. Okay, here we go. Biggie says they're mega spicy. The Night Stalker I put uses a Gauss rifle, an ERPPC, and AC-20. That's a pretty good idea. One up close weapon as well. Medium pulse lasers and a small laser short burst.
Scout the points marked on your map and identify the specific buildings our client wants destroyed. Then take them out.
SAFE has recently uncovered that the Obsidian Harvest Corporation has discovered an incredibly rich rare earth minerals deposit off of an excavation contract sponsored by the protectionist Minister of Trade. Rather than honor its exclusivity deal with the League, Obsidian has instead sold the ore to Lyran traders for a considerable markup. If uncovered, this scandal could be embarrassing to the Minister of Trade, as they sponsored Obsidian's contract personally. So the Minister wishes to see the company punished. Quietly.
What a bunch of no good, bad dudes.
Against Obsidian, we need you, mercenary, to take out the marked communications arrays. Without them, Obsidian will be blind to the League's next moves.
What do you know? It's... Who would have guessed that the Free Worlds League would be, like, beating itself up as usual? What a surprise. Hashtag just Free Worlds things. People wonder, why isn't Purple Team ever doing anything? It's because they're too busy punching themselves in the face. No, too bright for night vision.
I'm detecting unidentified mechs in the area. Moving in to investigate.
Non-Toxic says that she is team bird people. Do you enjoy punching yourself in the face repeatedly, Non-Toxic? Or whenever you ride a bicycle, do you enjoy taking a large stick and shoving it into the spokes of your bicycle while you're riding it?
Tango's on radar.
Target acquired. Target destroyed. Target destroyed.
Okay, so far so good. Yeah, so this mech has no energy weapons. My only weapon that doesn't use ammo are my punching fists, which... Okay, there they are. There's my punchers. That's okay, though. I am not afraid of ammo. Like, I embrace the way of ammo. That's why I put it... If you're wondering why I put so much ammo on, that's the reason why.
Tank apart.
Target is down.
Destroyed.
Tox says, they're so busy fighting themselves, why would I fight them? Plus purple is... Oh, is that your favorite color, Tox?
Target acquired.
We are a bombardment mech, so, you know, it is our objective to
Target
blow these guys up at long range wherever possible. That said, I do have the double SRM6s, so I am able to mix it up close as well. Which I am now going to do. That's an elite commando pilot.
Destroyed.
He's got a flamer, wow. Look at you go.
destroyed. Target acquired. Target destroyed.
Target destroyed.
If you like missiles, you're probably gonna like this mech.
Target acquired.
Target destroyed.
Target destroyed. Target destroyed. Target destroyed.
Honestly, I thought that having a large number of individual missiles to fire was going to be a little annoying, but it's not bad.
Acquired.
The arm-mounted SRM-6s are really handy here because now I can shoot, like, pretty high up. Oh, the Free Worlds League would love to take over the universe, but first they have to stop punching themselves in the face.
Target acquired.
Okay, how do I get down from here?
Target destroyed.
Terrain looks rather rough. Okay, it looks like it wants me to go this way. Let's turn around and go the other way. Damage reports coming in. The Fang is looking fine. One of our champions is a little roughed up, probably because he wasn't moving at full speed, but you know, what can you do?
Acquired.
Tango down.
Destroyed.
Okay, we've got to swing around this rough terrain. I am not going to go through the canyon. That seems like a really big, stupid idea. And I am not the big stupid.
Target acquired.
Sometimes I'm the big stupid.
Target destroyed.
I probably shouldn't. I shouldn't say that. Sometimes I'm the big stupid. I'm hoping that the Beagle active probe helps. That's why I left it on. It also doesn't weigh very much. Beagle active probe allows me to detect enemies even if I don't have a direct line of sight on them, as long as they're within the probe's sensor range.
Target acquired. Target destroyed.
I mean, it should be very useful in a city. Because in the city, it's very easy to lose sight of targets, and there's a lot of close combat going on. Ah, yes, good old lawn care is back. I wonder what I get for this quest. I don't think I've ever done this one before. I don't do most of the quests. So in this MechWarrior playthrough, I am going to be doing like all the quests because, like I said, I really don't know. I don't know most of these quests, so it'll be interesting to do them all. All right, let's see if we can engage the enemy at a distance.
Nav point received. Let's move.
Because after all, we are a bombardment lance.
Holding at your waypoint. Holding at your waypoint. Holding at nav point.
And we lost track of it, of course.
New target Centurion.
Oh, you want to shoot missiles back, do you? That's not going to go well for you. I have more. My missiles are bigger. There he goes.
Destroyed. Target acquired.
Next, this Patton tank needs to go.
Incoming.
That was a direct hit. Not a bad shot from the Patton.
Flash target.
Destroyed. Target destroyed. Target acquired.
Did we get it?
Destroyed. Target destroyed.
It's dead, right?
On your trail, Commander.
I think it's dead.
Target.
That must be one of the tanks we're contracted for.
Fires the missiles!
Target acquired. Target destroyed.
Objective
Okay, I guess
down.
we didn't quite destroy it. This hill looks like a juicy place to shoot from. Oh, never mind.
No can do, Commander. No route.
We got a mech. Blast him! Destroy him! Explode him!
Requested location.
Oh god, he's having a bad day. Look at all those medium lasers. Oh, look at all of them missing too. Great shooting, guys.
Follow the commander.
Great shooting, squad.
Target acquired. Target destroyed. Incoming missile.
Target is down.
Okay, let's try to get on top of this nice, beautiful hill over here.
Repositioned, waiting for further.
Target destroyed. Target destroyed.
Alrighty. Anyone else want to come out?
Acquired.
Let me see if I can bomb it with some SRMs.
Target destroyed.
Oh, that one's so far away. Yeah, it's too far away. Well, I guess we gotta go in. Form up, Lance. Oh, never mind. Go back. Go back. Go back.
Holding at designated grid location.
Acquired. Target destroyed. Target destroyed. Target destroyed.
Fire the missiles.
Target acquired.
Wait, what is that?
Incoming missile.
Fire the missiles. Fire the missiles! I don't know if I'm hitting anything, but I'm firing the missiles.
Tango eliminated.
Destroyed. Target acquired.
Fire the missiles! Who is shooting? Ow! Ow! Stop doing that.
Target destroyed. Target acquired.
That ought to finish him off.
Target
Okay, here we go.
destroyed.
Fire the missiles!
Target destroyed. Target acquired.
Come on, finish him off. He's still alive! Okay,
Target
we got him.
destroyed.
It's good.
Target acquired.
All clear. Maybe I can lock on and destroy it.
Scratch that target off the list. Hostile dropship above.
Oh, really? Oh, yes, really. This is an okay place.
Target acquired. Incoming missile.
Ow.
Target destroyed. New target driven.
He has an ECM system? Okay, let me see if I can fire the missiles safely here. Ammo is low. I think that's okay. So they don't have a good angle on me, and so I'm just gonna hide right here and fire the missiles. Oh, he's getting closer. How annoying. Ow! Don't worry, I've got missiles up close too. I've got both of the missiles. Is that a Super Griffin? It's a Griffin 2M. That's the Super Griffin. Die! That's what you get.
Target acquired.
Look at this green pilot. Get your green ass out of my sight. There we go.
Target destroyed.
Okay, back to what I was doing.
Target acquired.
And what I was doing was fire the missiles!
Target down.
Good job, mercenary. Now withdraw from this area immediately. We cannot allow Obsidian to get wind of our impending actions against their mining operations. We'll rendezvous at the Amity Merit Militia Headquarters.
Why do you
We'll
talk like
expect
this?
your arrival soon.
That's the last of the targets, Commander. Now get back here before hostiles converge on your position.
Yeah, the Griffin 2N is also known as the Super Griffin. You can recognize it because it has 2 missile pods, one on each shoulder.
A job well done, Commander. Stand by for pickup.
Okay, I think we did okay there. We fired the missiles. This last level, oh, we can get it. We can fire the missiles. So we got the, wow, look at the stats on this thing. Endo steel, ferrofibrous armor, double heat sinks, and electronic, and we get the Guardian. We successfully get, we didn't get the, I'm gonna get another Guardian system out of that. Okay, I'll take it. I'll take it. Hey, that worked out pretty well. I'm satisfied with the results there. I am satisfied with the results there. All right, let's get these mechs repaired. I can't repair here? Why can't I repair here? Oh. Over here. We can't repair there because it's in the middle of, like, bumfuck nowhere. Okay, let's repair. Okay, so damage to the Agincourt, you know, like, it got a little worn down, but no armor breaches. You know, like, I did design this mech to be a, you know, like, fire missiles on the front line, that's fine. Champion barely touched. Champion, you know, not too bad. Fang, you're not too bad. It looks like everyone did pretty good. I want to customize this thing. The Supardo Griffin. Okay, so, we probably don't need the ERP PC. I'm just saying, we probably don't need that. I'll use ERP PC on a more dedicated sniper mech. Let me use a nicer PPC. Let's use one of these ones. Is this Lord's Light? No, it's Donald. Who's Lord? Which one is Lord's Light? Is only tier 2. Oh, I thought Lord's Light was higher quality. Okay, let's do that. And then, let me take the ammo off for now. I need a LRM. Okay, that's fine. Now to redo the armor. That's probably too much. Probably doesn't need that much armor, but that's fine. So let's do, for ammo, we're going to do 1.5 of each ammo. Then we'll split the ammo evenly between them so that if either leg is destroyed, we don't lose all the ammo in a particular one. We're going to keep the Guardian system. I kind of want a puncher. What if I put a puncher on? Oh, I can't. I'm already at 54.65 tons. I hate ferrofibrous armor sometimes. Okay, that's the best we can do. We can't do any better than that. Okay, we just have to accept that no matter what we do, this mech is always going to be missing 0.02 of its tonnage. There's just no way around it. And I'm going to repaint this thing. The Supardo Griffin. There we go. It's fine to me. Okay, let's get the next part of the mission in. Blood Minerals Part 2. Good work in the raid, Merc. Due to some unforeseen circumstances, however, we'll need to extend your contract, though that will of course means more pay for yourself. Obsidian Mining Boards of Directors is doing whatever they can to save themselves, and they're willing to drag us down with them. The board has threatened to publicly release documents showing that protectionist members of Parliament personally brokered the Obsidian mining contract. It would be a disaster if this gets out, as the government would be accused of directly funding a mining company that is providing materials to its rivals. They've even contracted a local mercenary battalion by the name of Homer's Hooligans to protect their board and company's interest. Imagine, like, we're a mercenary company, you know, like, what kind of name? You know, that's the first impression people get out of us is the name, right? So what are we going to call ourselves? Homer's Hooligans. That sounds like a name you can trust, right? That fills you with confidence. Obsidian Harvest wants us to back off in exchange for them staying quiet. Oh, here we go. We got another spelling error. Obsidian Harvest wants us to back off in exchange for them staying quiet. But let this be clear. The League will not be blackmailed by some 2-bit mining operation that got lucky with a single dig site. We've activated the Merrick militia stationed on Amity to help resolve the matter. We want you to link up with the Merrick militia and destroy all Obsidian-backed forces that are protecting the board of directors. Sure. Sure. Back to Amity, I guess. Okay, give me 1 second, guys. I need to blow my nose. My allergies are kicking in. Okay. Allergies have been better ever since I bought this air purifier, so I do think that the air purifier is making a difference. The house smells really good, though. I got like a cold brew coffee going. The cold brew is, it's gonna be, I mean, like, technically the cold brew will be ready tonight. I don't think I'm gonna want to drink coffee at like 10 o'clock, though. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll see how it is when my first break hits. But, the brew shouldn't be done until 10 to 11 p.m. tonight. I've never tried cold brewing coffee because it takes a long time. You gotta brew it for like a whole day, basically. But it's supposed to be quite good because when you cold brew the coffee, which means you're brewing it in like chilly water, like room temperature to chilly water, it means that the coffee isn't as bitter. The heat is that so when you brew the coffee in high heat, it brews faster, which is nice. You save a lot of time, but you get a lot of the bitterness out of the coffee bean. So the cold brew method takes longer, but like it's supposed to be smoother. We'll see how it is though. Okay, so the board of directors for oh wait. Let's see how our mechs are looking first. Work orders. So everything except the Super Griffin is ready. I think we're just going to continue using the Agincourt because we just got it. Okay, here we go. So, the board of directors for Obsidian Mining are hunkered in and heavily defended. We want you to utterly destroy the mercenary forces defending them. Force the board to surrender. Okay. I'm down for it. That's fine. Okay, that doesn't really give me a hint to, like, the nature of the mission. Oh, wait, look, the tonnage is higher. Oh, we have one awesome available. There we go. Okay, so now we've got the super fire support squad. Ironically, the Archer actually, the two SRM6s are enough to hit people up close pretty hard. So honestly, the Agincourt could probably do pretty well in this kind of in the role that I'm going to be putting it in. So I think that's fine actually.
Attention. Prepare for battle mech departure. Warning. Hangar doors opening.
I just have the like
Reactor online.
what's the word I'm looking
Sensors
for?
online.
I got just like the Starbucks beans. I mean like
All systems nominal.
like a single bag lasts a while. I might experiment though, we'll see. Oh, this is a special
Obsidian's
mission.
board of directors have retreated to their on-site offices at their primary dig site. They've fortified the position with the help of a mech outfit that goes by the name Homer's Hooligans. The Hooligans have fortified the pit with mech and artillery forces and...
Okay, let's have our guys hold right here.
Commander, you are tasked with assisting the Merrick militia in exterminating the Hooligans fortifying the dig site. Once they are neutralized, the board will have no choice but to surrender to the militia.
Okay, step one, we gotta deal with these guys. Actually, no, step one is to focus fire on that thing.
Incoming missile. Target destroyed.
This is a fight. This is a pretty cool mission. Misjudged there, unfortunately. Let's get this Raven out of here real fast.
Target destroyed. Target acquired.
Okay, you guys are really getting on my nerves. Okay, we've got a hunchback there. Actually, just stay here. Just stay here, guys. Just stay there. This is pretty cool. I am showcasing the close combat capabilities of the mech right now. As you can see, it still does quite well. The arm-mounted missile launcher is definitely helping here.
Hunchback.
Enemy reinforcements inbound.
This is a cool mission. I like this mission already.
Enemy dropship incoming.
Target destroyed.
I would love to lock onto some of these targets, but unfortunately, that is not in the cards at the moment. Alright, I'm gonna have them follow me.
Location order received. Let's move.
New target Wolfhound.
I would really like to destroy this artillery.
Commander wants us over there. Form up.
New target
A
Javelin.
lot of these enemies don't seem particularly threatening, but
On your trail, Commander. Nav point received. Let's move.
Holding at your waypoint.
Target destroyed.
oh my god, there's so many little crappy mechs chasing us down.
Target destroyed.
I am literally using every function of the mech right now. Once again, a great showcase of the flexibility of the design, though.
Incoming missile. Target
Enemy mech destroyed.
Target destroyed.
There are so many mechs here. There are so many of them.
Assassin.
Some of these are using Lost Tech weapons as well. That sounded like an Ultra AC-5.
New target cracked.
Still looking good on our damage.
Target acquired.
Not my favorite thing to do, to have to dance through all of this artillery fire at the same time, but I'm making it work.
The enemy are deploying still more reinforcements, Commander.
Why not? Why not? I've somehow got to get to those artillery cannons.
With you.
Look out, Commander.
Oh, boy.
More enemy mechs inbound.
We've got to destroy those artillery cannons. And it looks like they're... Oh, please don't tell me they're dropping them right with the cannons. They are dropping them right with the cannons, aren't they?
Group rendezvous acknowledged.
Why wouldn't they be?
New target locust.
Yeah, they are right here with me.
Designated position.
Target destroyed.
At the waypoint.
Target destroyed.
Holding at your waypoint. Target is down.
There's so many of them! It's like an absolute horde of them.
Enemy mech down.
Target acquired.
These guys really are hooligans. Focus fire on the Marauder.
Engaging.
Target destroyed.
There's no way you can withstand all this. About to say, you need to go down.
Destroyed. Target acquired. Target destroyed.
Okay. Form up. We're moving in on the artillery now.
Target acquired.
We've got an assault mech on approach.
New target battlemaster.
Locking onto the Battlemaster. I'm gonna back up. I am out of its best range. Like, I am in medium laser range, but it's not the best range for him.
I'm showing no more.
Oh my God, we got it.
Ratings in the area. Good work, Commander. Merrick Militia, prepare infantry forces to search and secure on-site facilities. Obsidian's board is still being belligerent and has yet to surrender. We'll see how brave they are when we pull them out of their boardrooms at gunpoint.
Target destroyed. Target acquired.
Okay.
Destroyed.
That was a bit of a fight right there. I wasn't expecting like such a swarm of mechs to have to deal with. Fortunately, the Battlemaster wasn't able to effectively use his medium lasers because of the medium lasers do half their damage when firing at maximum range, and I was staying beyond that 270 meter optimal range for it, so it wasn't able to like really hit as hard as it would like to. Any lost tech? Ultra AC-5. A javelin with streak SRMs, interesting. Okay, it looks like most of these were, the good mechs got destroyed, unfortunately. We'll take it, though. Damn, I did a lot of damage. 2,104 damage. That tells, like I said, I think this was a great showcase for the close-range capabilities. And I bet some people were probably like, oh, man, is removing the lasers, is that going to be enough up-close damage? I think it shows that the double SRM-6s are more than enough damage, mainly because the mech doesn't overheat. Like, basically being able to constantly attack without the mech overheating, I think that's, like, a really big deal. Like, I tend to find sustained damage often is better than burst damage. There are some times when I think burst damage is really good, but generally speaking, I think sustained damage in MechWarrior 5 tends to be more important, just because the game throws so much crap at you, and, like, you have to fight, like, for a very long time. So, like, I find just being able to, like, trade hits for a long time tends to pay out better than just being able to hit one guy really hard and then needing to take a break. Okay, this is a tragic day for Free Enterprise. The Obsidian Harvest Corporation, a well-respected resource extraction company, has been all but destroyed by a marauding mercenary band. This is a somber day for every star system that rests loyal under the proud flag of House Merrick. Your payment has been delivered alongside your non-disclosure agreement. What do you know? 3.4 million C... Oh, that was a short one, then. We got a Gauss rifle. Okay, I guess that's the end of it. Well, that wasn't too bad. Short one. So let's go ahead and fix everybody up. And then we'll see another close-by mission that we can do. Because like I said, we are trying to knock out these quest missions. Okay, this is that weird Panther with the double AC2s. That's a different variant. This is a Lost Tech enhanced... oh, no, it has two Ultra AC5s. That's kind of cool. Kind of a cool mech. Let's get all those repaired. I don't know. I might hang on to these. Who knows? Maybe I'll use it. Maybe I won't. Won't know until later. Okay. Ooh. There's a hero mech here. Let's see what we get. All right, here we go. Show me something good. The PB. I'll buy it. I don't really like the PB, but I'll buy it just to get it out of the mech list. Awesome PB. The main thing about it is that it's faster. I don't really need my awesome to go faster, though. It's not really... I don't really use the awesome to go faster, really. So... cool looking, though. Throw it in there, though. Okay, so let's see where other story missions might be located. We are in the Free Worlds League, so let's see. We could do this one. The Only Truth That Sticks. Right, like the House Liao is right next door, so... Candace Liao's illegal annexation of the St. Ives commonality was a betrayal... Well, before I do that, there's got to be some story missions that I haven't done. What's this? Defend the Enhanced... Oh, I remember this one. This one shouldn't be too bad. It's a bunch of defense missions, if I remember right. Okay, all of our mechs are online. And as you can see here, like I said, the way you can identify the Super Griffin, the 2N, is it has two of these missile pods on its shoulders instead of one. Easy way to tell it apart. Okay. Should have a mission here. Defend the Enhanced. The residents of our beloved Free Worlds League are wonderfully tolerant and accepting of our racially and culturally diverse empire. However, this diversity leads to great division in opinion on a number of topics amongst the various member states, bionic enhancement being one of these divisive topics. Despite their medical necessity in many cases, some regions of the League tend to harbor bigoted views over those who rely on bionic prosthetics. A fanatical faction has arisen from this prejudice, claiming to uphold the ideal of the natural, unmodified human form. The fanatics have taken the bigotry one step further by sending out a manifesto. They are planning to target clinics and manufacturing sites that provide bionic enhancements to those in need, including patients who require prosthetics to replace missing limbs or digits. Despite the obfuscation of our company name and the careful placement of the facility, we have been discovered. Local law enforcement will not act without substantiated evidence, but by time the fanatics strike, it may already be too late. We are soliciting your help to prevent this tragedy by stopping the fanatics before they can hit our facility. So they're going to pay us an extra 1.1 million C-bills for doing this, and a Tier 5 PPC and 2 double heatsinks. That's the kind of enhancement I'm interested in. Oh yeah, big mission here, 400 tons. The fanatics have gained access to military-grade hardware. Considering their inhumanity towards those with bionic enhancements, we fear they'll have no compunction against wholesale destruction of the city after targeting our clinics. Defend the facility from these fanatics. Sure thing. Whatever you say, broski. Just pay me the money. I'm here for the money, not the politics. That looks good to me.
Heads up, Commander. Weather conditions in the area will restrict visibility.
So since this is a defense mission, I think I am going to use the Corsair. And then I'm going to bring in a bunch of the Atlases. Let's bring in the RS variants and then one of the D variants. So the RS variants are double PPC, a heavy rifle, and an LRM-15, giving them a pretty nasty long-range punch. And then the Atlas D is the standard Atlas, but it has been refitted for long-range, basically for like long-range strategies. It includes basically a combined LRM 30, 4 medium lasers for up-close work, and a heavy rifle to bombard the enemy at a distance. My Corsair, it comes equipped with a pair of PPCs and a pair of heavy rifles. I think Thomas used my mech recently, so let me go ahead and redo the weapon groups. Chainfire heavy rifles, chainfire PPCs, and then double fire heavy rifle, double fire heavy PPC melee. There we go. So off we go. This team will have a lot of long-range firepower. Hopefully we can... and it's an ice mission. That's what I'm talking about.
Most of the residents have some form of bionic enhancements, which means the area is a high-risk target. Get out there and defend them, Commander. Once you've found the targeted asset, move up to it, and we'll begin the recovery procedure. That's close enough. Ready to start pickup operation.
Okay, we haven't had cargo in a little while.
Acquired.
Wow, this sure looks a lot like a giant mech facility, not really a clinic. Also, sure looks like it's in the middle of nowhere. We are not fast, unfortunately. What can you do, though? Go slow. That's the answer. Go slow.
Target location, and not a moment too soon.
Fan out and defend, sure, whatever you say. We cannot fan out and defend. That is not one of my capabilities.
Now fan out and take defensive positions. Prepare for incoming hostiles.
Yeah, we don't fan out. We are very slow.
Closing in on us. Go get him.
Our employer wants this area cleared of all tanks.
Target acquired.
I'm never gonna hit this helicopter with a PPC. Oh!
New
Alright, follow me, guys. I was hoping they would come from the same direction.
Target acquired.
Hey, there's something. Blow him up! Blast him! Destroy him!
Engaging!
Lining up the shot. Wait, he's closer. He's easier to hit.
Commander. Years of blood, sweat, and tears went into this place, and we aren't about to let no one tear that away from us. You're
Goodbye.
our only line of defense against these behemoths. We're counting on you. Don't let us down.
Enemy reinforcements spotted in the area.
Big
They look
damage.
like they're heading your way.
Okay, they're in range. I don't care. As long as they're in range of us is what the main thing I care about, to be honest.
Acquired. Target destroyed.
Target is down.
Oh, we got a stalker. Focus fire on the stalker.
Target destroyed. Target acquired.
And we got a battle master. Focus fire on the battle master. Come on, guys. You don't see this big mech in front of us? He's falling apart.
Is taking a beating, Commander. Don't give them the opportunity to cause any more harm.
New target Battlemaster.
Okay, looking good.
Hostiles inbound. Brace for contact, Commander.
Oh, this is like the perfect battlefield for this mech. We get plenty of cooling, and there's no trees.
Point reached.
New target
The assault
Griffin.
mech is a Banshee.
Commander.
We have such a range advantage on it. Focus fire on the Griffin, guys. Let's take him out. He's coming straight at us. Oh man, lanced right through him.
Acquired.
Recon has spotted additional bogies. Heading along a trajectory
Big
that
damage there.
intersects your
Let's get the
position.
Banshee. Come on, guys. Good shot there. Gonna save my heavy rifle ammo.
Target destroyed.
Man, it just punches right through them. You can feel the big chunky damage. How can we not see that target? What is that thing? It's a Crusader? Let's get the Trebuchet.
Focusing fire.
These mercs are pathetic.
We're gonna let them attack the base because I'm just paid to prevent the base from being totally destroyed. If the base gets a little bit destroyed, like distracting them, that's perfectly fine with me.
Acquired. Target destroyed. Incoming missile.
This area is operating at half strength, Commander. If you're going
It's
to make
about to
a
go
move,
down.
Now is the time.
Nice.
Target destroyed.
Reconnaissance flights show increased enemy presence in the vicinity. Be on the lookout for
Wait, this
thermal
hunchback
fires.
has a melee weapon. What is this? Blasted him.
Target
Focusing fire.
Enemy forces are on the verge of overrunning this position, Commander.
Uh-oh, we might actually lose the mission. I'm surprised that... Oh, it's because it's a stupid mech facility. Mech facilities are so much easier to destroy now. Okay, we gotta go stop those guys.
Target acquired. Battle blow.
Oh my god, look at all those mechs behind us. Holy crap! What are all those mechs doing? Why is its arm so fat? What is up with its arm? He has a fat arm. This is a fight now. Holy crap. Why do they all have melee weapons?
Good kill, Commander. That mech is about to go critical. Mayday. Component lost. Need defensive support.
Yep, they're all over the place. All we can do is blow them up. Like, our lance doesn't do anything except blow things up. If it doesn't involve blowing things up, then our lance doesn't do it.
It's going crit.
New target javelin.
Which of these is the closest to dying?
Target acquired.
That thing is pretty beat up. Don't punch me, ass. Got him? Well, I guess we're defending the facility, technically.
Mayday. Component lost.
Okay, that mech is pretty banged up. What is this thing doing? Okay, this thing has an AC-20. This thing needs to go. I have a lot of armor left, so I'm just going to go ahead and take this guy up close. Okay, his main weapon is out.
Target acquired.
Got him.
Destroyed.
Enemy mech down.
Target acquired.
Let me get this guy next. Big damage there. I am out of ammo on the heavy rifle, unfortunately. Got him.
Destroyed.
And this guy's been reduced to just his small laser.
Enemy mech down.
Okay, looks like we actually did manage to
It seems as
protect
though the
this.
attackers' lines have thinned out. The settlement should be safe for now.
So one of our atlases got roughed up a bit, but the other two don't look too bad. That was a lot of enemy mechs to have to destroy, to the point that we even ran out of heavy rifle ammo. Okay, so, let me look at what weapons I'm pretty sure we lost, like, we need some PPCs, I think. So if they've got any PPCs, we should take those. And if they have any LRM-10s, we don't have any streams. Okay, so we don't have anything there. Let's just grab some stuff to sell then. This cataphract has a melee weapon. I kind of want it. I want it because it has a melee weapon. And then I guess we'll just take this. Okay, so we're gonna have to go get a damage report. Let's head back over here. Yeah, that was a lot of enemies. Like, way more enemies than I was expecting. Like, it was like 33 targets, I think, and the vast majority of them... Normally, if it's 33 targets, you'd expect, like, half of them to be... Maybe even, like, 20 of them to be vehicles or so. Okay, so the Corsair came out of that pretty well. Even with me getting in people's faces towards the end. So this Atlas... doesn't look that bad, actually. We did lose the Artemis. And we have plenty of PPCs. So we don't have that, so that's fine. Let's go replace that with a standard LRM-15. And then we need to swap these out into standard LRMs. And what that means is we can just add another heatsink in. Okay, so that wasn't as bad as I thought. I thought that was going to be a lot worse. I might also do a heavy rifle over here. So let's do... two heavy rifle ammo. And then we'll add a heatsink on. There, it looks good. Over here, it looks like we lost one PPC. That's why I keep grabbing PPCs, though. Like, whenever I have salvage, I try to grab more PPCs. And then over here, this guy actually did pretty good. No significant damage to speak of. Okay, I thought that was going to be worse than it actually was. What kind of Banshee is this? The 3M? You stink. I don't want you. I want the Banshee with a melee weapon. This is fine. Next mission. Oh, do they just have them marked? Okay, here it is. Defend the enhanced. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I need to put a little more ammo on the Corsair, or maybe that was just kind of like an unexpected battle. But like running out of when we ran out of ammo on the heavy rifles, that definitely was not ideal. Okay, so this one's a war zone mission. A group of fanatics with ties to retired military personnel have gathered enough people and equipment to threaten one of our clinics. Intercept the attack and hold them long enough for the local law enforcement to arrive. Okay. So if these missions are going to be a little spicier, let's go ahead and up our hazard pay, or not our hazard, our insurance. And what am I going to use? We've got plenty of atlases. You know, when one atlas needs repairs, we got plenty of others to take their place, so it's not even a thing. What if I try out the car, the King Crab car? I don't know if this is the ideal place to try out new mechs like this. Wait, what are you doing? You guys are supposed to be in cold storage. How much ammo does the car have? That is a lot of ammo. Holy crap. Okay, what kind of mission is it? What battlefield is it? Another ice mission. Maybe I should do the King Crab car. This could be a terrible idea. Because, like, this is not a design. This is Thomas's design, not mine. So I don't know. It's a mech. I'm not familiar with it. Oh, it doesn't have the ability to melee? That's unexpected. We'll try it. We're gonna try the car out. This could be a terrible idea, because I have never used this mech before.
Attention. Prepare for battle mech departure.
We'll see, though.
Hangar doors opening. Stand clear.
Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems nominal.
Large anti-bionic militia is en route to raid a clinic that provides bionic enhancements to disabled civilians and retired military personnel. We can't let the raiders get there, so it'll be up to you to intercept, hold off, and destroy as many of them as possible.
Target acquired.
Holding at nav point.
Boom! Oh, the heat is incredible. The heat is so high.
Target dis-
It's so much heat. Oh, God!
New target charger.
No, leave me alone.
Target destroyed.
The heat is insane. Okay,
Target acquired.
but there are improvements we could make. If we can find some higher quality heavy rifles, they don't generate as much heat. Yeah, higher quality heavy rifles don't generate as much heat, and then we can have the, like, you know what, I think we just want to hold out right here. This area here looks really nice. So I'm going to trigger the mission and then fall back. The damage is pretty nice, though. I think this mech will work if we can get some better equipment on it, and probably some double heat
Enemy
sinks.
forces moving in, Commander. Get ready for them.
Yeah, I think, basically, I think this mech will work, but we just need, what we need to do is double down on the investment. What we need is better quality heavy rifles that have less heat. I'm going to authorize double heat sinks for this mech, and then I think we're even going to go in on the, what do I want to destroy? What do we got? Die. So it generates about 70 heat, so I can't fire until I sink below about 30 heat.
Enemy mech down.
Target acquired.
I can single fire this one out.
Target destroyed.
On our way. Holding at your waypoint.
Oh, it's Thomas.
Additional bogies setting an intercept course.
How's it
on your
going,
position.
Thomas? How did dinner go?
On location, Commander.
If you can play, there's still a seat available for you.
New target.
We've got a
Battlemaster.
battle master.
Nav point for the seat. Let's move.
As soon as that thing arrives, I am gonna blast it.
Target acquired.
I'll let them handle that. Show yourself. I dare you. I got his leg. Oh, that's so bad for him. He really needs his leg. Did I get him? Oh, I went for the, I took the overheat there thinking I could get his other leg out.
New target.
Hey, can we kill
Commander.
this commando, please?
Target acquired.
These pesky mechs! I'm gonna let this guy have it.
System offline. Target acquired. Target
Okay, we got him. Let him have it, boys. Please stop getting in my way.
Enemy reinforcements are spotted in the area. They look like they're heading your way.
I think that was the headshot I was looking for.
We're on the move. Holding at your waypoint. At the waypoint. At the waypoint.
Alright, we just gotta keep our distance on them. Here we go. What is the assault mech? It's a Cyclops.
Target
Interesting.
acquired.
Big hit on his shoulder there.
Target acquired.
Oh yeah, he's taking a lot of damage. I'm gonna switch targets here. I think I can tap him out with single fire. Oh, he goes ragdolling out.
We're moving into position. Holding at designated grid location.
With this mech,
More
every
hostiles
shot is a
entering
big
the
shot.
combat zone's perimeter. Brace for additional contacts.
At requested location.
This direction, huh? I might stand in the front a little bit because, like, my armor is in really good condition.
New target.
We've got a stalker, and then we've got multiple helicopters. I'm gonna let them take out the helicopters.
Target is down.
I don't want that little twig of a tree to block a shot. It can do that. Big hit on the torso there. Okay, that mech is crippled, so let's move on to this one. Oh, I shouldn't have fired so soon. Based on the color of the mech, it looks like it has a center torso breach, though. There we go. Put a shot through him there. Okay, so one of the Atlases is getting a little worked up. Who is it?
Expect company soon.
They are running out of bodies. They got maybe one Lance left in them.
Grid location received. We're Oscar Mike.
Let's go to the top of this hill,
We're Oscar Mike.
and then I'm gonna stand in the front to try to draw their fire, because like my mech is in almost perfect condition. Oh god, they're gonna waste the last of their stuff on.
Enemy destroyed.
Also, we do have to try to escape this mission as well. We do have to get picked up.
Holding at location. Arrived at location.
New target. Warhammer.
Oh really? Oh, I got his leg.
Location.
He's in really bad shape. I think I'm going to start working on the Crusader next.
System offline.
Something fell off of him. I think I got his arm.
Clear that flash target. It's about to go critical.
Lining up the shot. Goodbye. All right, it's time. Oh, good. The drop site's right here. Looks like I was able to save my mechs from any further damage. And there's a drop ship coming right in, but we are out of here.
It looks like the majority of their forces have been wiped. Feel free to clean up the scraps or pull out of the battlefield.
Okay, that wasn't bad. Yeah, I think this mech will definitely work if we invest a little further into it, which I am willing to do. It's going to need to be upgraded into double heat sinks, and then it's also going to need the best quality heavy rifles we can slap on it. I want that PPC. That's looking really nice. A Cyclops with a melee weapon? Yeah, I want it. I want it. I'm taking it. It's mine. It's a nice looking SRM-6, I'll take that. Okay, let's get a damage report. Although you took your job for payment, know that on this day you received the cause of a social justice against illogical and harmful biases against the physically challenged. We live in a time where bionics are a lifetime to a sense of normalcy. For billions of people across the industry, the narrow-minded views such as fanatics should never be allowed to take root and erode the ideals of inclusivity we hold dear within the league. We're going to get paid an extra 1.3 million C-bills. We get a Tier 5 PPC and a pair of double heats. It's pretty nice. Very short mission, too, which is awesome. Get the money and go. I want to try out this, like, melee. This, like, melee Cyclops out. Okay, let's see here. You get to stay. Alright, so looks like everyone is looking pretty good. They cut up pretty deep into him, but like not too bad. Nothing really severe. So let's see what we can do here. I want to get some better quality heavy rifles ready. Where are... Let's just sort by name. Here it is, heavy rifles. We don't have a lot of really good heavy rifles, unfortunately. But we can still make some upgrades. That is still good. And I'm going to go ahead and... we're going to move into double heat sinks. Too bad it doesn't have more space there. Is that the best we can do on armor? Yeah, the armor changes are totally irrelevant. This mech is a little bit of a puzzle for how you're supposed to fit everything in. Okay, let's back up. Bit of a puzzle, this one. So those will definitely fit. I don't know if anything else will fit, though. That might be the best we can do. Because we would have to move... I think that's the best we can do. It is literally filled up now. Okay, let's see if we can do any upgrades for this thing. Okay, no. Let me see. I wish I could sort by name a little better. Ballistics. Looking for anything involving ballistics. Ballistics. Ballistic heat. Ballistic heat. Let me look a second time. I'm sure I'm missing something. Missiles, lasers, weapon range and velocity. That actually could be helpful. Ballistic range and velocity. And then how about a target locking? Well, now I'm gonna do anchor turn. I love anchor turn. This thing could use where's anchor turn at? We'll put anchor turn on for better turning. Okay. This thing's gonna take a little while before it's ready, but we'll see how it performs with the new enhancements. Also, it means that we need to keep a lookout for even better quality heavy rifles than this. Okay, so we have more missions over here. Forceful negotiations. Let's do it. Actually, no. We were gonna customize this. Okay, so what the heck does this thing even do? Let's just balance the armor real fast. Let's just get that out of the way. Okay, so we need to put on the biggest weapon we can find. The biggest damage. The biggest bigness. I think this is it. The arena battle. The assault battle axe. Assault battle axe. There we go. Now what we need are some weapons. Let's put on LBX AC-10. And an LRM-10. Oh man, we're right at our ammo too. Rough. So to make this work, I would need at least 2 tons of ammo, otherwise that's just not going to work. And then to make the LRMs work, I would need at least 1 ton of LRM. This mech has, like, no space for anything. No space for anything. What am I supposed to do with this when it has no space for anything? I don't want to reduce the armor if I'm gonna go into melee. I can't reduce the armor. Is this what I do to the mech? A smaller launcher? Oh yes, they will feel the wrath of this LRM-5. What will they do now? Allow me to be the first to say that this mech doesn't really fill me with a lot of confidence. Assault knuckle. Okay, I will sacrifice another ton of armor to make this work. We'll take this down to 55. And then I will cut a bit of armor off of here and here. That's fine. Okay, there we go. I don't know, this design looks a little wonky to me, but I'm gonna give it a try. I'm gonna try to find an easier mission to use it in as well. Okay, off we go. to La Butcher. We're going to La Butcher, boys. I don't know if any of you have business in La Butcher, but that's where we're going. Okay, mission. We're looking for La Butcher. Forceful negotiations. The Tamarin, more mining stuff. The Tamarin Mining Company has surveyed a selection of star systems near the Duchy of Tamarin and found high quantities of radioactive minerals, which are lucrative for mining and will improve the well-being of these citizens, or these systems. We have authorization from Parliament to persuade the locals to cede the rights to the land which sit atop the deposits. However, the land is populated with Starleague-era ruins, plus the locals have embraced the worst tendencies of Comstar adepts and their pseudo-religious ways towards technology, and thus are fanatical about protecting the land. A few raids against these lands to intimidate the residents should change their perspective and remind them what it could be like without additional protections we can provide. You'll likely find no worthwhile technology after all these centuries, but prospecting for lost tech is an excuse that should justify your presence in the ruins. All we ask is that you keep civilian casualties to a minimum. We are not in the business of killing for profit. Well, isn't that a shame? Because I am. Isn't that a shame? Okay, here's our first mission. Destroy the relay towers that serve as this region's primary main method of communication. If the residents are attacked by a strong group of invaders, that may spur them to leave the premise to seek better protection. I'm sure it will. I'm sure this won't totally backfire in their face. Okay. Do I want to use... What tonnage? 315? It's not that bad, actually. Maybe I'll use the Super Griffin. What if I use the Super Griffin? And then I could bring in the big boys. That might be too big of a boy. One big boy. And then some like kind of big boys. Damn. Okay, there we go. We got like the kind of big boys on the field, and then I'm gonna try out the new Super Griffin, which, like, I don't know, could be interesting with the Guardian ECM. Also, let me set the weapon groups for this. PPC. There we go. All right, let's see how it goes. He's using reverse psychology, you think, like in Metal? Well, we'll see. All right, so here's our first mission in the Super Griffin.
Civilians to a minimum. So instead of going in with a scorched earth approach, we're trying to be a bit more surgical with our approach. Taking out the key communication towers may drive away any settlers from the neighboring areas. But be warned, it looks like you'll still be facing resistance.
I am the premier mercenary company when it comes to, like, killing innocent civilians, so they are calling exactly the right people. I'm surprised we haven't found anything. Nothing on radar. We do have the ECM as well to, like, scramble people up. I'm gonna tell my guys to wait here. They are a fire support land, so.
Target neutralized.
Okay.
Here we go. Mech spotted. Arrived at location.
New target.
Eliminated.
Come on, give me that engine shot. Nope, missed it.
Target is down.
Target destroyed.
Look at all these Igors. There we go. Got his engine on that one, and he's down as well.
Target destroyed.
Big shot center torso there.
Target acquired. Target destroyed.
What am I doing? Dumb firing my LRMs.
Tango down.
Target destroyed.
Let me try to finish this guy off. Got him.
Target acquired. Target destroyed.
Alright, so I'm kind of the heavy scout of the team, so like I don't mind kind of going up and doing some shenanigans.
Target destroyed. Target acquired.
Oh, please just die, you stupid partisan.
Target destroyed. Incoming missile. Target acquired.
Alright, let's fall back to the rest of the lands. Looks like I've drawn them out.
Target destroyed.
What do we got here? A
Target
trebuchet?
acquired.
This is the perfect range where I can engage with all of my weapons simultaneously. Oh god, don't shoot me. I am not the main threat. You should definitely be shooting at all of those stalkers down there. And not me. I am a huge waste of time to shoot at.
Tango eliminated.
Target acquired. Critical.
Oh, damn, I didn't think that would be enough to shut me down. But they can't capitalize on it because I guess they weren't paying attention.
New target trebuchet. Deep critical.
Hey guys, do you want to kill this? You guys have a bunch of LRMs. You guys want to do
When
something?
you find the acquisition, just walk up to it in order to pick it up.
Okay, I disabled his main weapon. Come on, guys. Shoot him. Shoot him. It's just an urban mech. Shoot him, guys. There you go.
Reactor is about to go.
There you go.
Relocating to indicated grid.
Target acquired.
That's close enough. Ready to start pickup operation.
Okay.
With you.
Excellent find, Commander.
Alright, let's move the lands
right.
right here now. And then I'll go do some good old recon work.
Target destroyed. Target destroyed.
What's this beside me?
Target destroyed.
Unidentified mechs in the area. Moving in to investigate.
Target destroyed.
Holding at designated grid location.
Wonderful. Another partisan. Okay, that time we blew him up nicely.
Holding at your waypoint.
All right, move out, guys. We got more innocent people to destroy.
I'm at your designated position.
Objective down.
All right, time to scout. Wait, we got a mech.
Target spider.
It's just a little spider.
Good work, Commander.
Not worried about the spider. Wait, that's a heavy mech. I am worried about that. I'm already doing pretty good damage to him. Center torso breach on him. Oh, really? The artillery cannon barrel intercepted the shot. What a jerk. I guess this rifleman just wants to be defeated for free. He's not going to fight back.
Watch out, that mech is going critical.
I can't finish him off. Just died. Okay, we got him. Okay, he's down now.
Destroyed.
Okay, form up with me. We are moving out again. My mech is in pretty good shape. I'm happy about that.
On our way.
Target destroyed.
Can you guys... Sometimes the AI amazes me in this game.
Cleared of all tanks.
I mean, all you gotta do is lock on with your missiles and shoot them with your missiles. That's all you gotta do.
Holding at nav point.
Like, you don't even need to... Somehow the AI manages to have bad aim with missiles because they don't fire with a solid lock. They dumb fire the missiles at them.
Target acquired.
Nearly there, Commander. Approach the hidden object to pick it up.
It's like the missile targeting will do the rest. All you gotta do is fire with a solid lock.
Brilliant.
All right, everybody up here.
Acquired.
Reposition.
Well, this guy's gonna have a bad day.
Holding at location.
Oh god, he's having a bad day.
Our target is on the field. Let's take it down.
Oh. Oh, he's getting closer to me. You're gonna have a bad day. He's hunting for me, so I'm just gonna hide. I'm perfectly fine. I can stay here all day. Oh, he found me. Let me get this arm off of him real quick. There goes his arm. Got him. Let's go right here.
Acknowledged.
Acquired.
Have requested location.
This guy is still having a bad day.
Location, Commander.
Oh, that's right on target. I know I'm like trying to aim when I'm literally leaning my face closer to the monitor because I think it makes me see better.
Target acquired.
Target destroyed.
Really?
Target destroyed. Target acquired.
Yeah, I had a feeling the hill would block it, unfortunately. Fortunately, I still have a decent bit of LRM ammo, so I'm okay doing that.
Target
A
acquired.
partisan? Excuse you?
Target
Okay, we're good. There's one location remaining. I'm gonna have the mechs form up on me.
Target acquired.
Slash target.
You may notice that I have rebuilt this Super Griffin to resemble my Dragon builds. That's because it just works. In the words of Todd Howard, it just works.
Target destroyed.
You know what would be really immersive is if they had a system where you could get like a VR head thing that you lean your head forward into, and that's how you zoom up. Like, I think that would be really immersive. Probably stupid as well, but probably really immersive. Okay, so I don't like how this is on a hill, so what I'm probably going to do is antagonize them and draw them out here to my other mechs. Or they're just going to come out on their own. What do we got? A quick draw? Yeah, let's just hold position here.
Wants us over there. Form up.
Oh, you guys don't want to come forward? That seems like an awful idea. You probably should come forward. If you want to stay there, we've got the firepower. I don't recommend it. Make no mistake, we've got the firepower. And we've got the ammo. What are you guys doing? Hey, wake up! This guy's got good aim. What is his pilot level? He's a regular? Wow. I mean,
Target destroyed. Target acquired.
do you not see that quick draw? He's right in front of you. Come on, boys. He is literally right in front of you. What are you doing? Shoot him! Shoot him now! Okay, I'm gonna tell him to focus fire. The problem with telling them to focus fire is that they will start moving closer, which is what I don't want them to do.
Target acquired.
Dodge the Pie says this isn't State of Decay 2. Nonsense. Nonsense. This is definitely State of Decay 2.
Target acquired.
It just had like a massive gameplay overhaul and a graphics overhaul and a music overhaul, and basically everything is better about it now.
Target acquired. Target destroyed.
I missed that shot? That went super off course.
Target destroyed.
Target down. Enemy ship landing at your location.
Target destroyed. Target destroyed.
Okay, this is not our battlefield, but we'll see what we can do. I have plenty of weapon ammo left for close range combat. Let's see what they've got. What is the assault mech? Okay, we got to get rid of that AC-20 right now. AC-20 disabled. That AC-20 also needs to go. Oh, I'm not a heavy mech. I can't walk through walls. I cannot finish his armor. Okay, the weapon just got destroyed. Okay.
Target victor.
Now I'm going to show him who's boss. Whew. That's right. I'm going to punch you in the butt.
Target destroyed.
You want some of this? Oh, you can watch me destroy your arm. Then we'll see you punch me. There we go. That's what you get.
Following your lead.
Took a little more damage there than I wanted, but I thought it would be funny. All right. Yeah, I've become a real big fan of these hybrid builds, though, where you have some long range and some close range weapons. I think they mainly work in MechWarrior 5. I probably wouldn't use something like this in MechWarrior Online, where you probably use a much more focused build. But in MechWarrior 5, it's just so chaotic that, like, I do find the option for long and close range power to actually play a better role in the game. So, looks like we're going to get 1.8 million C-bills. A little bit of this and that. These AC-10s look pretty nice. I want that PPC. We do lose a lot of PPCs, so I'm always going to pick up PPCs where I can. And I'll take that Victor to sell off. There. Looking good. And look at our reputation increasing with House Merrick. Looking pretty good. 1,600 damage, which is pretty good for the Super Griffin. The design does get a little bit hot, but it's not too bad. I wish my allies were, a little more on the trigger. Damage was very low, though. This, like, I took some damage, obviously, for being dopey at the end. But if I was just playing seriously, this would have been a very clean mission. And it still is a very clean mission, in fact. So let's, in fact, look. You go into cold storage. So, yeah, barely any damage. Barely any damage. Barely any damage. And over here, all I have is a heat sink in the center torso, so that would be fine. We could make some further improvements on these by upgrading them even farther. Maybe I will even do that. Getting up close does allow me to scramble people up with the Guardian ECM as well. I thought the ammo held pretty well. I did fire a lot of LRMs, so like I do think that was worth it. But overall, I do like the Super Griffin because, once again, it does play a lot like my Dragon builds, where the basically the difference between them being we have a PPC instead of an AC-5 or an AC-10, depending on the design. We still have the same LRM-10 system, and then instead of the two medium lasers, we have an SRM-6 for up-close combat. So it is it's a little bit different, but at the same time, I think it's still pretty good. I like it. I think it looks pretty cool, too. I think the second missile pod really makes the design look a lot cooler. Let me go ahead and save, though, because I'm going to say that is good enough for today's stream. We are running up on our time. Yeah, 6 o'clock. So that means it is lunch break time for me. Lunch break time for me, boys. Let me save a second time just to make sure. Anyways, I'd love to thank everybody for stopping in for today's stream. Remember, if you'd like to see, if you didn't get to see the full episode, or like maybe you came halfway through it or something, the way you can find the episodes is just by scrolling down and going to the Fox VODs channel. This is my second YouTube channel, and if you look right here, you will see that all of the previous streams are here. So here's episode 19. You're currently watching episode 20. Episode 20 will be up sometime later tonight when I transfer the video from Twitch onto YouTube. So you can see all the previous episodes of how we got to where we are, as well as if you want to see any of the other games I play. They all have unique, each playthrough has its own unique thumbnail, and then it has its episode numbers in the top right. I try to make it as easy as possible so that you can watch them sequentially. They also all come in their own playlists. If you want even more MechWarrior content, visit my main channel. On my main channel, I do have some battle mech guides for beginners. These are battle mech builds for people who are new to the game, so they don't include any lost text, so that you can always make the build. You don't have to worry about whether or not you have the build. That does mean they are not fully optimized. I don't claim them to be fully optimized either. They are just how a new player can make improvements to it, so you can find them there. Also, I have played MechWarrior multiple times on the main channel, as well as Battletech. If you want to see the strategy version of this game, they are buried somewhere in this list. Like, they are here. Make no mistake. I have played, I have two MechWarrior, I think 2 or 3, yeah, here they are. MechWarrior Mercenaries, they're in strategy, simulation, and, yes, 2 playthroughs of Battletech. Here is the Battletech campaign.
the BattleTech career, and then the MechWarrior. And if you don't know, BattleTech and MechWarrior are in the... Well, MechWarrior is a part of the BattleTech universe, so BattleTech has the same mechs and everything. There are a few differences. The Bull Shark, for example, exists in BattleTech, where the Bull Shark is not in MechWarrior. On the other hand, the Night Star is not in BattleTech, and the strategy game is different. So some mechs are better in the strategy game, and some weapons are better in the strategy game, and then some mechs are better in MechWarrior 5, and some weapons are more effective in MechWarrior 5. So honestly, I personally think they are both worth playing. I think they're both... I like them both, to be totally honest. I think they're both quite a bit of fun. Anyways, that is going to be good enough for today. I come back in about an hour and I will be playing Fallout 4. This is my first experience playing Fallout 4, my first playthrough, so I have no idea at all how to play the game. And, yeah. Anyways, thank you all for showing up. Come back in an hour, Fallout 4. Anyways, I will be back later. Follow me on Twitch so you know when I go online next time. And, of course, remember that you don't have to be good to get good. Also, returning chatter DT the Gunslinger says he wants to see a future BattleTech stream. I might try to fit one in. It is a very long stream, but I would be willing to do another BattleTech stream. I'll just have to try to find a space for it. But I am out of here. I'm going to go buy some Subway, get something to eat, and get ready for the next stream. So see you guys later.